take the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
Keep your hands, keep your chin tucked. It's the one that only goes through the shadow in the front. Hope y'all having a blessed night. And it is finally heating up. The Canelo and Crawford final press conference. That is actually what I wanted to see. I actually wanted to see that press. That's finally, I was waiting for that. I know you was waiting for that. With the shadow, with the shadow in the front, man. I'm a little bit excited. Hey, Tycho, before I even start, you saw the press conference, right? I don't think I've seen Crawford. I don't know, like that's not acting. That's not, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? That's not acting. Like that push that Canelo did, that's acting. I think it was acting, right? But you could tell that Crawford is offended. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, Canelo has been going around. I think that whole sit down when Canelo said to him, "Who have you beat that's elite?" And he said, he got all uncomfortable. I think that hit home. And look, man, to be fair, before I even get into anything, when Crawford said Ricky Burns is elite, he is a 3-division champion, because I made a little video on it and people were going in my comments like, you don't know, bro, I know the whole purpose of it is Canelo didn't know who he is. Canelo didn't know who he is. All right? There's fighters Canelo fought that I'm sure people didn't know who they were. But what I found interesting was even before this press conference happened, in the last sit down that they had when they were going back and forth, Canelo told him, he said, look, man, just because you have a belt don't mean that you're elite. Just because you beat champions don't mean that they're elite. Anyway, I don't know if what happened, but Bud Crawford seems offended. And then I think he got mad when the press conference started. And we're going to take a look at it right now. But I think he got mad also at the fact that Canelo keeps calling this man his uncle. Canelo keeps saying, your uncle. So let's go back to the press conference real quick. Huh? Yeah, no, he does. But I mean, Bud looks aggravated. He looks like Bud Crawford looks like, you know what I think he's mad at, bro? He's mad at the fact that people keep going around questioning his resume. But I mean, this is like you said, yo, it's nothing new. There's nothing new. Like people talk about Canelo's resume. You know what I mean? Like people talk about Canelo's resume, but Bud's whole career has been criticized. So that I think that shit struck a chord with him. Like he's tired of everyone overlooking him, and that's basically what he said. But I found it real. So let me upload it real quick. I'm gonna share it a different way. I'm not gonna upload it on StreamYard. I'm gonna go directly through my SSD, and it'll be easier. I'll be able to stop it and go back and forth. But yeah, man, I was like, okay, now that's not staged, because I think I don't know, man. I think Crawford. The more that I think about it, man, it's a lot of weight, bro. But imagine if Crawford wins. Imagine if he wins. Imagine if Crawford wins, bro. I don't think he's gonna win, bro. That's a lot of weight, bro. Hold on 1 second. So let's get to this real quick. Go over here. Go over here and let me get this first. Go over here. Let me get that out right there. Hold on 1 second. Let me erase that. I'm gonna have to erase. Now I'll leave that there. Okay, let me add this first. Okay, add that. And then this one I'll share directly through the video file. This way it'll be easier for us to go back and forth. Let me see. Back. Is it this one? Crawford. Hold on. Crawford. There it is right here. I got it.
Welcome to Las Vegas for the Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford press conference.
Then we'll move it over here. So, if you notice, right?
This does kind of feel.
Hey, can you hear it? Hey, Tycho, can you hear it well? Like, is it okay? Hold on, here.
Like a UFC production here at the press conference.
Well, you know, obviously, I've been talking.
Is that good? Yeah? Okay. So, it doesn't take long for it to heat up, right? Before the press conference started, too, what's the dude's name that they got? Max Kellerman. They brought Max Kellerman back, and they, you know, that dude was bugging, bro. Like, they were trying to break down the scientific skeleton density, bone density. They were like literally like talking about like whose skeleton is bigger. It was weird shit to me. But anyway, all right. So it starts off with the question about the push. So we're gonna go back to that. Here it is, right here.
I'm new.
I said it on this fight, other than.
Last time we did one of these press conferences, you actually ended up shoving Bud at the end of it. What exactly caused that?
I'm new in English, so your English is a little bit.
Bruh, yo, Canelo, you know you speak good as hell English, bruh. Stop lying, bro. You heard what he said.
Can you speak a little bit slowly? Oh, no. Got it. You know what? I didn't. He did before. He tried to welcome me back, and it just was my reaction. That's it. You know? You know what kind of fighter I am. I always try to respect my opponents, and I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Al-Ashi told him, you need to do something. And he did. And now, before I respect his word because he say, oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do. And he did, so.
That's what I think it was, Tycho. So the fact that he questioned his, you know, that whole shit with name one fighter that you fought that was elite. And then you got Canelo basically saying, he didn't want to push me. Yeah, his uncle told him to do it. He keeps calling him his uncle, Turk Al-Sheikh. So basically, I think the whole shit like saying Crawford didn't keep his word, or like, you know what I mean, like you're not a man of your word and shit. I think that's what started it.
Oh, but you know me. Just I respect everybody, but if you fuck with me, so it's gonna be different.
Terrence, is that true? Did Turki Al-Sheikh ask you to spice things up?
Turkey didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
He keeps saying your uncle, bro.
I ain't scared of shit, and you're gonna find that out. As you seen, the last press conference,
we'll see.
when I walked you down, when you were supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well. as well.
Question for Canelo.
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And you
I
know
fought everybody.
the last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention me one. You
Since
mention me
2002.
one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look.
It's gonna be me.
I don't
And
care
you
about
will-
nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You're gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Watch. Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch.
I mean, he ain't lying, bro. When he was at 147, they were saying that, but Bud, this 168, brother. This ain't 147 no more. I mean, I get what he's saying. He got a point. I mean, that's why when everybody was doing the whole top ranked Toby shit and calling them what they were calling them, I was like, bro, that's wrong as hell. Like, I know a lot of that across the street shit came from Errol Spence and PBC, you know, and it was everybody else basically saying that, man. I mean, it's the same shit. When Canelo went to 168, they were saying he picked the weak division. That's just how boxing fans are, bro. Like, I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, but to sit there and say like it ain't the same. It ain't the same. 147 and 168 ain't the same, bro. It's not the same at all. It's a lot different, bro. That's a lot of weight, man.
Question for Canelo Alvarez. You both are making history in this fight, and you've been in that spot before that Terrence is right now. You moved up to chase greatness. So how do you compare that spot to the one you're in now, where you're fighting the guy who is moving up to chase greatness?
I've been in his situation before, and I know, you know, it's gonna be a good fight. Believe me, it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna bring my best. I know he's a good fighter, but this is just different. You know,
Great fighter.
You see what happened when.
Yeah, see, Crawford, yeah, he totally different. This, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe his uncle Turk Ali Sheik did tell him something. He totally different. He totally different. This the final press. Keep that in mind too, bro. Keep in mind that this is the final press conference because, like, I've been accustomed to this shit by now, bro. And I've noticed that for like at least three at least not just this one, bro. Like, I've noticed a couple of press conferences now, especially with the so-called big fights. And the first two, they're all respectful. Oh, I love you, man. Oh yeah, you good fighter, great fighter. And then on that last one, they just start they go all out, bro. Now, I don't know, but Bud does look aggravated, bro. He looks aggravated.
A good fighter jump up, and his opponent is great fighter. So you're gonna.
Turkey was, hey, what's good, HOD? Turkey was probably like, start acting like you want to win because I'm spending a bag on you. I mean, hey, man, look, I want to make it clear. I want to reiterate what I've been saying, bro. If anybody can move up all that weight and do it, I think it's Bud. Like, I think I like Bud Crawford. I still think that's a lot of weight, bro. I don't care if it was the opposite way around. I'd be saying the same thing too. I ain't got a dog in a race with this fight, bro. I like Canelo. You know what I mean? I'm not a hyper Canelo fan. I've always defended him because I feel like I said, bro, I remember a point in time he's been doing it, but I remember when I think it was a little bit after the COVID situation. Was it around that time? But I just remember when we had a bad year in boxing, bro. And it was so bad that we were getting all these fights on Twitter and all these guys, and we were hardly getting any fights. And we were complaining about PBC giving us all these pay-per-views every month, but they were like lackluster main events, you know what I mean? And everyone was complaining. And then he goes on his run at 168. And I remember, bro, that whole year, like when he fought Billy Joe and he fought Caleb Plant, I remember like even other fighters like Jermell Charlo was hyped up. Jermell Charlo did a live in his house and he was happy and he's like, yeah, putting boxing on the map. Like, so I mean, and Canelo's been doing it his whole career, but I just remember that specifically, bro. And then everybody after he did that, everybody tried to like, oh man, that's a weak division. Like, so I've always stuck up for Canelo. You know what I mean? Like, and he fights 3 times a year, bro. He's active. I mean, think about that. Like this whole Bud Crawford shit, bro. I was talking about it the other day. Like, he went and fought Skull, right? And Crawford could have fought somebody, and Crawford's like, nah. I'm gonna fight in November, you know, to secure that bag. And when I think about that, like, I guess it's safe. I'm not saying he didn't want to fight somebody because he thought he was gonna lose, but I mean, it is true. Injuries are real, man. Look at the NBA. I don't watch the NBA that much, but I always tune into the finals. And that dude Halliburton for the Pacers, I mean, they were going into Game 7. That was like the main man of that team, and he tore his Achilles. And other players got injured this year. So I get it. Bud didn't want to fight. You know what I mean? Because I don't think it's about losing. I think it's more about injuries, just staying healthy. It's the biggest bag he gonna get. Canelo's the biggest fight that you could get. If you beat Canelo, bruh, then you be undisputed at 168. Come on, man. So I don't blame him for not taking the fight. But however, just look at the mindset. Canelo was like, all right, well, I'm gonna still I fight on the Mexican holidays. Like, I fight the same time every year, bro. I'm not stopping what I'm doing for you. So I'm gonna go fight Skull and whatever. And it's just a different mentality. Like, I feel like Crawford is like, I guess it is legacy and the bag, right? I mean, because I hear people say the legacy thing, but I mean, look, bro, it's the best move that he could do. But my whole thing with the legacy thing is like, if you really wanted to really do a legacy thing, but then there wouldn't be no money in it. So I get it. But the legacy thing, he moved up to 154 and took the one fight, right? And then he got the belt, right? He could have unified at 154. He could have, you know what I mean? But then again, I get it. Like, unified against who? Like, the money wouldn't have been there. You're not going to get a bigger bag than this. And you're not going to get a bigger event than this. The shit is on Netflix. You know what I mean? So I get it, bro. But it's still a lot of weight. And I can see that he's aggravated. And not only that, but like, I know Bud got to be seeing everybody making clips about the whole Ricky Burns shit. Like, I even made a clip on it, bro. You got dudes coming at me. I'm like, bro, don't shoot the messenger, bro. Canelo say he didn't know who Ricky Burns is. Motherfucker. I mean, it is what it is, man. But I think he's aggravated. He's just aggravated. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm going to tell you like this. Every time Canelo has gotten mad, bro, he fucked up the other dude bad, bro. Every time. It never fails, bro. It never fails. Every time Canelo got out of pocket or you know, he turned into like the mean Canelo. Because, yo, the one thing about Canelo, you all gotta like, everybody know he like one of the most respectful dudes out there, bro. Like, that's the one shit I didn't even like about the Jaime Munguia shit. Like, all he did was show love to Jaime Munguia. And that's why, if there's one thing I liked about what Berlanga did, I like that Berlanga did that. You know, Berlanga said, fuck it, man. Nah, fuck you, this and that. But then afterwards, he said, you're my idol. I mean, but normally with Canelo's press conferences, you know, it's all about respect. We only saw a few where it was like, kind of like, it almost looked like bad blood. And the only people, and if you notice, the people that brought that out of him were people that got him mad, that either brought up the dirty test from years ago, or, you know what I mean? A lot of times it's that. But like Billy Joe got him mad, and Billy Joe, everything was fine with Billy Joe until they were outside, and they were outside taking pictures, and then his father started like disrespecting Canelo. You can go back and look at that. Talking mad shit, bro. I'm like, bro, like, calm down. You ain't the one in the ring. Your son about to fight. Canelo got mad at that. And that's when I think Billy Joe tried to actually get a bigger ring. And then you had Caleb Plant. And both them dudes got knocked out, bro. Bad. I'm gonna see that one more time, man.
Of them.
Oh,
First
we know.
and foremost. First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, yo, what's he talking about? Anybody know what he's talking about right there? They were in a room? What is it? That wasn't on camera, was it? Like, what is Bud talking about there? He said we were in a room and somebody said I was scared. Is he talking about something that was on camera? I don't ever remember Canelo. Like, even Canelo's like, I never said that. I don't remember Canelo ever saying Crawford was scared. Does anybody know what he's talking about? Because it wasn't, I don't remember it being on camera.
I respect everybody, but if you fuck with me, so it's gonna be different.
Terrence, is that true? Did Turkey Al-Sheikh ask you to spice things up?
Turkey didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped.
I am. I'm trying to. Yeah, I am. Let me go back. I'm gonna listen to what he said. Tycho.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
I ain't scared of shit.
Oh, so Turk Alice. So yo, when you context is everything, right? Context is everything. Yeah, context is everything. Yeah. So you see Canelo smiling too, right? Canelo. So I'm guessing Turk's. So Turk did say something, bro. So why are you acting like, bro? See, that's what I'm saying. Turk did say something. That's why you're acting like this. Yo, you go back, just listen to it. Listen to it. He said, why did you push him? Why did you push him in your last press conference? He said, and Canelo says, because his uncle told him to. And then Bud says, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. It's because somebody said I was scared. And Canelo's like, I didn't say that. Turkey said, so it is Turkey. You are doing this because of Turkey.
Me, so it's gonna be different.
Terrence, is that true? Did Turkey Al-Sheikh ask you to spice things up?
Turkey didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
I ain't scared of shit, and you're gonna find that out. As you seen, the last press conference,
we'll see.
when I walked you down, when you were supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you fighting with.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm dead ass. I want to see that, bro. Yeah, I want to see Bud try to walk Canelo down. Yeah, that'll be guaranteed fireworks, bro. That'll be guaranteed fireworks. Go ahead. When that bell ring, you go ahead and try to walk Canelo down. We'll definitely get a good fight then. That's that. I hope he don't do that though. In a way, I mean, no, I do. I'm just saying that's a dumbass game plan, bro. Like, you ain't gonna walk down Canelo, are you? I mean, come on, bro. I'd like to see it.
Nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
Question for Canelo.
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention
Hey, y'all want me to? Does anybody want to come on here?
me one. You
Since
mention me one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
He said name an elite fighter. He said you.
It's gonna be me.
I don't
And
care
you
about
will-
nobody else.
And you will see that.
So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You're gonna be just like everybody else. Watch.
Yeah, that's yeah. Turk done told him to say something, bro. Yeah. It's the final press conference, too. Yeah, I know. It's the final press conference, too. Yeah, I know Turkey done said something to him. I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of, bro. Because they weren't like this the last one. And not only that, but also Bud Crawford's not stupid. Like, all these fighters pay attention to all social media. They pay attention to all these channels. They pay attention to what everybody be saying on X. They pay attention to all that, bro. And ever since that whole who you fight that's elite, Ricky Burns, who that guy? Postal, who? Like, that shit like is viral. Not only on YouTube, but on Instagram, it's on X. And that's the same shit that got Crawford mad with the whole Spence shit and everything when he was at Top Rank. In fact, I really feel like that's the shit that fueled him, bro. Showbiz what? Nah, I don't think Bud's scared. Nah, I don't think Bud's scared. Bud ain't scared of nobody, bro. Bud ain't scared of nobody, bro. Who said that? Showbiz? He said that. Oh, he talking about the first press conference, right? He talking about the first press conference when they were is he talking about the first press conference though? Or is he talking about this one, Tycho? The first one? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw what he said. He basically put he tried to make like a metaphor with Tyson, right? When Tyson looked at another when Tyson looked at the dude when he came out of prison or whatever, and then when he's staring at Evander Holyfield, he tried to make it look when he looking at him, he wanted to kill him, but when he looked at this guy, he ain't look like. Bro, I don't think it's the same. Yeah, the comparison, I don't think it's the same because like I don't think Bud's scared of anybody, bro. Like Bud is a dog. He's a dog, bro. He ain't scared of nobody, man. That's crazy. That's nonsense, bro. And not only that, Tycho. I mean, look, if that's what Showbiz thinks, I get it. I get why he did that. But like, they weren't even have the so since he wants to use a comparison with Mike Tyson, right? Looking at somebody that when they were in the ring. Yep, Tycho. They were in the ring. Like, they're at a press conference. Why would Bud be scared at a press conference? I don't think Bud's scared. That's it. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't think either one of these guys scared. I think that's crazy. These guys have been like, this is like clocking in at work. That I did look at it, Tycho. I did. I just told you, right? He was comparing the looks that Tyson gave one guy and the looks that he gave. I saw it. I saw the video. You're asking me? I don't know if you're asking me. I'm telling you, I don't think Bud is scared at all. I don't think Canelo's scared. I don't think Bud's scared. Like, this is what they do for a living, bro. It's like clocking into work. Now, that's different. That's different. And that shocked me too. That shocked me too. What happened with Jermell? Like, I thought if anybody was gonna stand there and fight, it'd be Jermell. Come on, bro. Why y'all acting like that? So you telling me y'all knew Jermell was gonna do that? Y'all knew Jermell was gonna do that. Stop, bro. If you even say that, bro, you're lying, bro. Jermell, before that fight, had never backed down from anybody, bro. Anybody. Undisputed at 154. Jamel Charlo's a fucking dog, bro. I ain't never seen nobody go, well, watch when he get in the ring. Jamel gonna get scared. Bro, it shocked me. That's all. I'm not gonna sit here act like I know it all and I'm a psychic and everything. I'm not even about to do that, bro. I was dead ass shocked. In fact, I was like, Jamel gonna go out on the shield, bro. Yes. That don't mean he's scared. Don't mean he's scared, though. Come on, bro. Look, it is what it is. It's an opinion. You guys want to say Crawford is scared? That's fine. You're not going to get me to say that because that's not what I saw. I saw Showbiz make a comparison with Mike Tyson looking at what was the white dude's name? What was his name again? The white guy, the guy that said he was going to kill Tyson. What was his name again? But I saw Showbiz make a comparison with Tyson looking at him when he came out of prison in the ring versus what. Yes. Do I think Tyson looked at? Yes, I do think Tyson was nervous when he fought Evander. How do I know? Because Tyson admitted he was nervous on his own podcast. He said He said he knew Evander was the real deal Evander Holyfield. Like, that's different. It's not the same to me. That's not the same. I will say this. It's a big jump. I'm with you there, bro. It's a big jump, man. But I ain't gonna sit here and say Bud Crawford scared, man. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all be trying to get me to say shit just to say what y'all think. I'm not doing that. Y'all trying to get me to say Bud Crawford scared. The fuck out of here. Bud ain't scared of nobody, bro. I know what it is. This is why I say it's damned if I do, damned if I don't. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. I stick up for Canelo. Facts. I say someone ain't scared of Canelo. Yeah, y'all gonna get on me, right? Y'all gonna get on. I already know how y'all do. I already know. This is an abusive relationship, like John Cena. Yeah. It's an abusive relationship, bro, what y'all do to me, bro. Nah, Tycho, I get it. Yeah, let's hear what the famous HLD don't be coming up in here with your bullshit, bro. I don't even know why I'm saying it like he not gonna do it. Don't be coming up in here with your bullshit, HLD. Don't be coming up in here. Don't be coming up in here with your. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You see, what's really happening is I was there. I was there when they were all talking about that. Don't do that today. Don't do that shit today, bro. Just that's my guy, HOD, bro. He be coming up in here like, you wrong. You see, I was there. When the rough draft was being made, I was there. I'd be like, damn, HOD. Shit. Nah, because he be doing that. So he be doing, HOD's my guy. He know that. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? I thought you had to create a new link. Look, let me tell you, man.
No. Oh, wait. Before you say that,
what the fuck you talking about?
Shut up, man. No. Actually, I don't know what happened. I was able to drop the link. So go ahead, man. So what you think? So what? Tell me what this whole composure thing with like, what are you saying?
There's other angles that you know. There's so much that went on, and there's other people who were there who were taking their own video. So what you see from the zone is sometimes a different angle from what other content creators that are there, where they're recording from a different angle. When Crawford first went on stage, bro, you didn't see.
Wait. Just to be clear, we're talking about the first one, right?
Or no, right now. I'm talking about today.
Right now.
Yeah, today.
Okay.
I don't know if they showed when Crawford was walking, but bro, his energy. That's not Crawford. We never.
No, it's not. I agree with you.
Did they show that part that he's like jumping or with his legs and shit? Or
Yeah. So I knew that I do agree with you. So I knew it was gonna be different when Michael Buffer was like, let's get rid of, you know what I mean, talking all that shit. And then when they first announced, like, his energy was like, he was all like energetic, jumping around and shit. And I'm like, that's not Bud.
that's
Like,
not Crawford, bro.
nah, Bud is a chill, relaxed dude, bro.
And from
And he came out like jumping around and shit. And I'm like, yeah, something about to happen.
That's burning off nervous energy. That's what that is. He's burning off that nervous energy.
You think so? You think so?
Absolutely. It's
okay.
It's, you know, people, he can't stay still right now and take a deep breath in front of everybody, right?
Yeah, I think Tio does that. So
well,
I agree.
I mean, regardless, don't have to bring any. This is about
no. I'm not saying that because of you. I'm saying that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like, sometimes I think that's what, and it's normal. It's normal.
Yeah,
like,
it's normal. It's normal when the lights are too bright in this setting. This is what this is about.
Oh, so you think it's too?
Bro,
you know what is crazy?
He's never been.
I've been thinking that. I've been thinking that. Like, okay, so look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna still stand by it, and I know you don't think this way, but I'm gonna still stand by it, bro. Like if anybody can move up that much damn weight and do it, is Terrence Bud Crawford. Bro.
I'll give you that, but that's besides the point of what we're talking about. What we saw here in the press conference has nothing. What this happens here has nothing.
So you're saying this is nervous energy, not scared.
No, not scared. No,
okay.
Not scared. No.
This is the lights are too bright.
But he is nervous. But he is nervous, though. He is nervous. He's never been in a room full of, bro. This is just a press conference, and there were over 10,000 Mexicans in there with media. Danny Canelo. Yeah. He's never been in that, bro. When his people were running, it was crickets. You couldn't hear shit.
Yo, you know what? So, all right, yo, I'll give you that, because you remember when Billy Joe fought Canelo in that big ass stadium, right?
Yeah,
big ass stadium. And
when Canelo put his hands up in the middle of the fight,
but if you remember, right, the first couple of rounds, like, Billy Joe, he looked like really tentative, and then he did start doing. He did all right.
He did well. He
did all right. Like 3, 4, like beat, like right until Canelo caught his ass. You fuck around and found out. Until that moment, he was doing all right. He was getting comfortable. But when he walked in, when they were being announced, you could just see, like, when people fight Canelo, the lights. It is big. And you know what's even worse for Crawford? What's even worse for Crawford is this. I'm going to tell you why I feel like it's a recipe for disaster. Number one, Bud Crawford doesn't know how to lose. He's never lost, right? So we got to keep that into account. You know, we're talking about a guy that's never lost. Now, Canelo has lost. He's handled. Now, whether you feel like he handled his losses well or not, it don't matter. He lost, but look who he lost to. He lost to fucking Floyd and fucking Bibble, right? Two exceptional as high as Q boxers, right? Both of them going to the Hall of Fame, right? And Bud will go to the Hall of Fame too.
First
ballot, right? Bud Crawford, now he knows how to lose and bounce back, right? He goes right back to business, right? And he carries that shit on his shoulders because he's the face of boxing, right? So now you take someone like Bud, who's never lost, though, right? Never lost.
Canelo's
at 147, he was knocking everybody out. He moved up to 154. I think that was a little awakening right there, a little bit of reality right there. You know what I mean? Because he struggled. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, because anytime you're fighting somebody who 90% of their offense is fucking fainting, bro, I mean, it is what it is. But then again, Virgil Ortiz handled it kind of well. But now you're talking about a guy that's never lost, right? And then now you put all these lights in there and shit like that. And then on top of that, there's going to be a time in the fight, bro. And I really think, I've been thinking about this, bro. I really think it's later on in the fight. There's gonna be a time in that fight where Crawford's gonna have to stand there and he's gonna have to stand there and bang it out, bro. I honestly believe so, bro.
I see a Billy Joe Saunders moment when boom, and you know it, Crawford fought. Canelo raises his hands, pump fisting for the crowd. Yeah, now I got this mother, and everybody, oh, and boom, 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 Fight
Yeah.
is over. That's how
And-
it's gonna be.
Oh, and another thing too, because I saw someone mentioning this, like I can almost guarantee you you know how Bud can switch stances, right?
Yeah.
So when Bud fought Earl, he didn't even fuck around and do that. He just came out. I don't know which one he's more comfortable in. Which one is he more comfortable in?
He's unnatural orthodox, but he came out full lefty in that fight.
Lefty, right? I remember, and like I said,
Spencer's never fought a lefty before.
This was a long time ago, so obviously things change, but it's not just with him. It's common. I had a video I was going to drop talking about this because I had some statistics and stuff with fighters that switch stances, right? Obviously, it's exactly like you said. They are naturally one way, but sometimes they just prefer fighting another way. So for instance, like I'm a righty, right? But some people, like I think it's Oscar or other people, they prefer their strong hand as their jab hand. Just some people prefer that, right? And but they're naturally they right with their right hand, right? But regardless of what it is, you prefer a certain stance, right? There's the other stance is always they are vulnerable to defense or vice versa. And I remember when Bud was fighting somebody at 140, and I want to think it was Gamboa or somebody like that. They were talking about both stances, and they said that in one of the stances he gets hit almost twice as much. And I always kept that in the back of my mind because Bud's known for switching stances, but when he fought Earl, he came out like one way. I'm not sure if he stayed one way.
No, he fought the whole fight.
Lefty, one way, right?
Lefty.
Right. So that means he felt comfortable doing that. He didn't want to switch the other one. You see someone like Kid Austin, right? Who's going to be fighting this
but that was strategic, Shadow. You got to understand. And even Bob Arum mentioned, who's known Bud Crawford pretty much his whole career. They knew that Spence never fought a lefty.
Oh, you talking about Earl? Yeah, Earl.
Okay, for Earl.
Did he fight a?
No, and that's what Aaron was saying. He's never fought a lefty, and we always knew that, and he was not going to be able to do shit to a lefty. So that's why Aaron was like, I knew that Crawford was gonna beat Errol Spence bad because he's never fought an elite fighter who's a lefty like Crawford.
Hold on, Ugas is orthodox, right?
I can't remember. But he didn't fight Ugas.
Who? Earl?
Crawford. Oh, you mean
I said Earl.
Let me look it up.
Oh, were you talking? My bad. I'm thinking of Earl. You talking about Crawford?
No. I'm talking about Spence has never fought a lefty.
Right. Okay. Right.
Or that I think if he is, it was early on in his career once. Let me see.
I know. Wait, Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. I think they fight in orthodox stance. But is Ugas a southpaw? No, I don't know. You might be right. You might be right.
I'm looking it up. He's orthodox.
He's orthodox. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm remembering this because
did he switch stances during the during the Majimov fight?
Momentarily. I think momentarily, kind of like the Kid Austin momentarily, but I think he fought primarily orthodox.
Yeah. No, I like Kid Austin. He switches. I can't wait to see this kid this weekend. He switches stances multiple times in a round. I be seeing him do it.
Yeah, but
he'll do 30 seconds. He'll do 30 seconds in orthodox, and then he'll turn around and be in southpaw, and then he'll throw a couple combinations. He'll switch right back to orthodox. I've seen him switch 3 times in one round. I like Kid Austin, bro.
But this, bro, from the very first question to Crawford, that motherfucker was butt hurt.
Yeah, he was, bro. Let's go.
Butt hurt from the very first question.
Why? Let me lower this real quick. So what happened? So you can see the I knew it was gonna be like when the person asked about the push. First off, this is what I don't understand. I'm gonna tell you what I don't understand. All right, correct me if I'm wrong. So the person started off the very first question. I think the very first question was, how is it working with the UFC? Whatever bullshit. Then somebody said, yo, in the last press conference, you pushed the man, right? Why? And then you hear Canelo say, no, he said I respect the guy, and he said I respect the guy, and not only he said, but also I could have swore Canelo. I'll play it again. I could have swore Canelo said something like
You exposed them. You exposed them by saying that
he said he told me he doesn't do what other people say. He doesn't do what other people say. But then I believe his uncle Turkey told him to do that. So basically,
he said, "I know."
You a
He
yes
didn't
man.
believe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
His uncle Turkey told him he need to do something.
Like
man.
you a yes man. Like you a yes man.
Yeah, bro.
That's what. And then on top of that, though, but where I'm I'm trying to remember, like, what is he talking about when Crawford said, you said I was scared of you, and Canelo said, I never said that. Your uncle said that. What was that on camera? I don't remember.
No. This is all behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes, right?
Right.
Do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen,
Hey,
He lied right there when
we
you say you
know
didn't
already.
touch him. That's a lie.
Right. This is why I will agree with you. He is out of character because what he's saying is not making any sense. The whole world saw you touch him. Number one. Number two, Canelo said he believes. The question was, why did you push him? And he said, yo, he walked up on me, and he even tried to say, like, yo, I don't think he wanted to do that. I think his uncle Turkey told him to do that. And then you're gonna see Crawford say, nah, that ain't true. You said I was scared, and then you see Canelo say, I didn't ever said that. So it is Turkey. So Turkey did make you do this. It's either you're nervous or Turkey made you do this.
Well,
bro.
I think look, we don't know 100% sure, but I know Canelo's taking advantage of the moment because that is out of character for him.
Yeah, it is out of character.
And so look, even that shirt that he's got on, that's an out of character shirt for Bud Crawford. He don't be coming out with muscle tight shirts trying to look like he's swollen shit. He's trying to prove that he's big. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Look at my shoulders. Yeah. I'm coming. That's what. Now look at Canelo, bro. He's in this Tommy Bahama shirt. Like, bro, it's loose. Like, bro, I'm ready to go to the beach. You know what I mean? I got nothing to prove.
Man, when I really think about it too, like. I don't care what anybody say, bro. I know the triangle theory doesn't work, and I'm not implying that here. Hold on. I'm not. Wait. Let me see what I'm gonna say. I'm not implying that here. But what I am saying is that I like Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo's a dog, bro. And yes. I never expected him to get, like, once he got hit, to be on his bicycle like that, and he was undisputed at 154.
Bro, because he got dropped by one punch. And he's like, what the fuck?
This is a lot of weight, bro. I don't even count that 154 fight with Bud. I don't.
Dude, it doesn't count.
No, it doesn't. I don't count it. You want to know why I don't count it? Because not a lot of punches were thrown. It wasn't even a lot of, and not only that, but if you want to count it, then if you're a Bud Crawford fan and you want to count that, it wasn't a great performance. Bro, he looked subpar, bro.
Joe, it was terrible, man. It was this is gonna end ugly, bro. They're gonna end.
You think he's gonna get knocked out?
Yeah, bro. Canelo hasn't not, bro. He's dropped every motherfucker who's come in the ring, a lot bigger than him. Bro, Berlanga was 200 pounds.
Yeah, Berlanga. And this is why, look, man. People like I've been saying the whole time, if anybody can do it, is Bud. But the one thing I don't understand is this, bro. You could tell when somebody is a fanatic, and I get it, bro. It's fine. There's nothing wrong. Like, I like this fighter. I want him to win. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. But there's a difference between being a fanatic and saying shit that doesn't make any sense, bro. Like saying, oh, look at the size of Bud. Like, bro, Canelo's been the smaller man. Some of these guys, they say shit that don't make any sense. Like somebody the other day came up in here, right? And I blocked them because, look, man, there are people that watch me that are friends that I know from here in this state, and then there are friends that watch me over from Jersey and New York, and they're not really that big boxing fans. They watch me because they know me personally, right? That's okay. I'm not talking about them. But for the most part, yeah, right? this is a boxing channel, and so when you come up in here and you're making statements that I feel like you're not here to talk boxing. It's sort of like some of the things that they say. It reminds me of that. Like when somebody says, "Yo, you ain't never been in a street fight in your life." That shit got nothing to do with the knowledge in boxing. Like
Nothing at all.
I know people that are 500 pounds that drink beer and eat cake and watch the NFL and can tell you everybody in the draft who was the AFC, you know what I mean, champions in 2016. Like that shit means nothing.
That happened yesterday. Where I was on with Mill City. Punch came on, and Greg Hackey came on, and we were discussing about that Turkey don't want no more runners. Oh, Craig, you can't control boxing, and you're gonna no, man. We're trying to say we don't want runners. That shit that's not boxing. And so then him and Punch started going at it, and then Greg Hackett. I don't know if he realized that it was Punch on the live because he was on the YouTube site, and then Mills likes to use then Instagram for people to come in, and so where you from? Where you from?
Yeah, that's that whole
Punch were lit up and like
I'm
from New York, dude. And he realized, like, dude, like what? You can't articulate your points.
That's that, and that look, that is my whole. That's somebody Shelton. You know Shelton, right? And shout out to Shelton.
Yeah, man.
The other day before you showed up, I was going off on somebody, and Shelton's like, damn, it's like that Shadow. And I'm like, bro, you don't understand, bro. I want to talk boxing, right? I don't want to talk to people that just, if you don't like me, bro, that's fine. I don't even care if you put thumbs down on all my videos. It's the same shit as a thumbs up. It's engagement. I don't care about that, bro. It's when you come here and you fucking say shit like, hey, you ain't never threw a punch in your life. Bro, that got nothing to do with the sport of boxing, bro. I could have no hands. I could be born with no limbs and no more boxing than you, bro. So when people start talking like that, I don't want to deal with them, bro, because it's like that's up there with when you got a person backed into a corner when they say you don't know shit about boxing or drop the addy or I'm gonna fuck you up. That's how you know. That's how you know they don't know shit about boxing.
Shadow, you don't need to be a pilot to know that an airplane needs 2 wings.
Right. You know what I mean? Crazy. So going back, right? I be seeing people say, man, look at the size of Bud, man. Look at the size of Bud. I'm like, bro, Canelo's been the smaller man almost his whole career. He's fought big guys, tall guys, fast guys. He's fought power punches, counter punches, slick punches, boxer punches. He's fought every single style that, like, you bring that. That's one thing I agree with Canelo. You bring nothing new to the table as far as stylistically goes. One thing that Bud has in his favor, Bud is a gym rat. Bud lives a clean life. Bud can switch.
Supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly. I'm going off what supposedly. He could switch stances. He's undefeated, goes a long way because you don't know how to lose, right? You don't know how to lose, and he's got that mentality. But like we all say, it's all easy said and done until you move up in weight and you actually get hit. Because like I said, I was shocked when Jermell Charlo went on his bicycle, bro. I was literally shocked, bro. I'm still shocked to this day. I would have thought Jermell would have been like, fuck that. I'm going to go out on my shield.
He looked huge for that fight, looking at Canelo, bro. Like, Jermell looked like a monster next to Canelo,
right.
bro.
I'm thinking Jermell going to stand there and go on his back, bro. And he ran. He ran. So it's like, but I'm not gonna put that on Bud though. I'm not gonna put that on Bud, but I will say that that's a lot of weight, man. And I heard Bomac, oh yeah, we train in 15 rounds. Okay, bro, you could try to simulate this shit all you want. You could try. They even asked him who you like. They asked Bud. Did you hear what Bud said when they said So usually when people are training and sparring, they usually have an opponent that kind of mimics your opponent. Who are you bringing in to kind of mimic Canelo? And he said, no, we don't have anybody that can mimic Canelo. So you don't have anybody that mimics Canelo. Okay, so your training 15 rounds is basically for nothing. It's not the same, bro. When you get in that ring, once you make weight, okay, I guarantee you the same thing's going to happen with Bud and Jermell as far as the scale. Remember, Jermell probably didn't make it to 168. Jamel weighed in at what? What did he weigh in at? He weighed in at like 160 fucking. He didn't make it to 168, bro.
Yeah, he was 167, I think 66.
I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. I'm gonna look this up real quick.
But who's Canelo gonna look? I know a lot of shit's been said too, talking about about Canelo on the public side and shit. But I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo calls Teal into his gym for sparring, like sparring, but for sparring to work on the speed and footwork that Bud can bring into the fight, right? Supposedly, But bro, another question that I love, bro, and for later on, I put it in the private chat. The question was,
okay, I'm gonna look at it right now. I just want to look up what weight did Jamel come in when he fought Canelo.
It should be right off on Boxrec, right off the bat.
Yeah, chat GBT. What?
Wait. Man, you gotta go to Boxrec, local. Canelo. Yo, man, when he goes into that ring, there's gonna be 70,000 plus drunk Mexicans chanting Canelo, Canelo. Bro, this is gonna be crazy. It is gonna be crazy. I'm kind of pissed off that they don't got our boy on the undercard, because I would be buying.
Nah, this is wrong right here. Wait, what weight did you say? Jamel?
For Jamel, I thought it was like 166, 167.
Oh yeah, you're right. It says 167.4.
Yeah, he was right there. Canelo may have came in lighter, I think.
Yeah, no, it said Canelo came in. It says they both weighed in 167.4. Both of them.
Okay.
So so Bud doesn't have to cut weight, but there's no rehydration clause either.
No, there's no rehydration clause. There's nothing really to worry about as far as that with the weight coming into the fight, but people misunderstand two things. It's one thing your walking around weight, and it's another your performance weight. And he could build up all that muscle, but Crawford's heart is not sized up to pump all that blood for all that new muscle. That doesn't grow like your biceps, bro. People don't understand the physiology that goes into this. Like, I could get you to grow, 10, 15 pounds of solid muscle in a year's time. Solid, right? But does that mean that your heart is conditioned for all that? Your VO max does not increase automatically. That takes time. And the only way you could get your VO max to equate to the new muscle on a short time like that is EPO, baby. And so I'm just saying, I don't know how Crawford is going to perform at this extra weight, but I know he's never performed at it before. And so we're going to find out. Is he going to gas out in the later rounds? I wouldn't be surprised.
The later rounds is the later rounds is what's going to be most important in this fight. The later rounds, and clearly because neither of them are fast starters, right? Neither of them are fast starters, and I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna lie. I've been agreeing with you lately a lot, and the world must be coming to an end, because usually I disagree with you with everything.
Is that my aura of intelligence?
Nah, don't get a big head, bro. No, it's more probably
man.
It's more probably the world is ending, but but no, I do think that, because I did think about the Billy Joe fight today. When I saw the press conference, I said, because before they even started talking, they were all chanting Canelo's name. They did the same thing with Billy Joe. And then you just imagine how big just imagine how big the damn it's gonna be like a show. And then Canelo's gonna walk in with like a little mini concert. I can almost guarantee you Bud Crawford's gonna have Eminem walk out for him. I can almost guarantee you that he's gonna have Eminem walk out for him, because Eminem.
And the Mexicans are gonna be chirping like, "Get their way! Who the fuck is this?"
Nah, I mean, nah. That's a good artist to have come out, bro.
Bro, he's played out. He's done. He needs something fresh. He needs Kendrick Lamar.
But
maybe
you know what though?
Lamar or
But you know what though? Regardless, Eminem did a whole damn concert at fucking Crawford's fight, bro.
Yeah. I've yet.
I wonder if Turkey must have paid him, bro. Eminem ain't doing that.
Yeah,
shit
no,
for
he
free.
paid him a cool $5 to $10 million. But
Yeah, he ain't doing that for free.
I've yet to go on a Friday night, Saturday night, and my 7 Series rolling down with banging to no Eminem. Not yet, not in my lifetime. So it doesn't even. Now the only time I'll use, there's 2 songs on Eminem for the gym, for the gym playlist. And one of them is the ones that Crawford played out. But I'm not too big on M, bro. But you know that Canelo's gonna have, bro. He's gonna have a fucking banda.
Yeah, he's gonna have a little. Yeah. Hey, so I think the first couple of I already because you know how people think that Canelo. I don't think he necessarily has a stamina problem. There were times that I saw Canelo winded towards the end of the fight, but like I said, I think all that comes with the training camps and stuff. I think that Canelo, look, I'm gonna say this, and I've been saying this, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna stick firm with Canelo winning. Okay, I feel like the only way. Even with Bud is great, man. Bud, I said, if anybody could do it, is Bud, right? But I'm just looking at everything. The weight, number one, the weight. I don't care. I know he's been 2 times undisputed. He ain't never been in a stage like this. That's number 2. Number 3, he's not a fast starter, and I don't think he's just gonna jump out and be a fast starter out of nowhere, especially against someone like Canelo moving up in weight, right? So which means he would have to turn it up towards some point in the fight, and I feel like that's where the mistake is going to come in. He might, but Bud is a great like I'm not taking shit away from Bud. I know you look at it differently. I think if anybody can do it, is Bud. But another thing is this. Also, I feel like that if Canelo was going to lose, it's because he would probably take him. I'm not saying he takes people lightly, but I mean, come on, bro. Like, what's the saying? What Marvin Hagler waking up with silk sheets and shit like that, right?
Canelo's never had that problem.
Right. I'm just saying he's never had that problem, but especially now, because I feel like Canelo knows he's in a lose-lose situation. Why is Canelo in a lose-lose situation? It's very simple. If and when he beats Bud, they're gonna say, it's just look, same thing with Jermell, smaller fighter, right? If he loses, they're gonna question his whole damn legacy, right? It's a win-win for Crawford. He loses, he was daring to be great, daring to do 3 times undisputed. He wins, he's up there with Sugar Ray Robinson. So it's, to me, it's a lose-lose for Canelo, and I think he knows that, and I think that there's no way, bro. I think he knows, I know this is a big bag. And by the way, it ain't really that much of a big bag, because I looked into the how much they were both getting paid. This is a normal bag for Canelo. It's a normal bag. I heard that Turkey's paying him 50 mil. 50 mil is a big bag for us, but compared to what Canelo's been paid in the past, they said it was 50 mil.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot more. Don't
it must be. Here, I'm gonna show you.
It's a lot more. I know what you're gonna show me, but it's a lot more, and they're not gonna disclose but for Turkey to be able to buy out Canelo to walk away.
I was thinking that too.
Fight. So
then why are they putting 50 mil?
Bro, Papa, you gotta understand. The less the man tax man knows, the better it is.
Oh, you think it's that?
Yeah, the less they report for the sanctioning bodies, the less they gotta pay.
Because when I heard so this is what's being reported by the Ring. I saw in a Ring magazine article.
It's a $200 million purse, 150 for Canelo, 50 for Crawford.
Now that makes sense. Because I remember when Canelo was on the Sway Universe, right? And he even said on that one, or it was either that or the fight before, where somebody brought up man, I gotta find it. Where was the one where somebody brought up David, like usual? They brought up David, right?
Yeah, they brought up both Canelo, Crawford and Benavidez. How much?
And he said, but there was an interview where he said, and I'm not talking about the famous one where he said, give me 150 million. No, not that one. There was another interview where Canelo said, yo, David doesn't offer me nothing. Like, I could fight some guy over here and get 50 mil. He was saying basically, like, I get that on a light day.
Right.
So unless you give, what is he gonna give me? So when I heard that he was getting 50 mil for Crawford, I'm like, that shit doesn't seem right. Like that's a regular bag. And I remember that before this whole shit happened, when Turkey did the whole pay-per-view with Madrimov and he abducted himself into the Hall of Fame and he was on there. He threatened, like in my eyes, he threatened Canelo. He was like, oh, if he knows what's best for him, he better answer the phone. And then all of a sudden, Canelo goes on fucking Sway Universe and Sway's like, yo, so the Turk wants to see you fight Crawford. He said, hey, that's easy money. I saw his last fight, but is he willing to pay? And the next thing you know, the fight's happening. So I guess I guess that does make sense. He must be paying him a lot more than that.
Let me give you a simple breakdown of a fight so you can see what Canelo makes. And this is something because we saw the guaranteed purse. When he fought Caleb Plant with Showtime, that was a $55 million guaranteed purse. That's just the guarantee.
Right. That's who, Caleb?
For Caleb Plant. On top of a big part of the pay-per-view, which was like 80%, goes to him. On top of the gate, which was over 20 million. He made in that fight versus Caleb Plant over $100 million. That's why when when he says I want 150, that is because he's already making over $100 million with these other guys.
Yeah, it makes sense to me now. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard him say that, I was like, "That's a duck or whatever." And I'm not saying that. I still feel.
It sounds like it's a big number. You're like, "What the fuck? 150 million?"
Right. It seemed like a duck to me at the time because I hear 150, and I'm like, "Damn!" He's asking. One sentence, he's saying, David is nobody. David doesn't offer him anything, but then he's asking for 150. But back then, it didn't make sense to me. But now it makes sense to me because, like I said, I saw the interview where he was like, "Bruh, I could fight this no-name guy and get 50 million."
And that's without the concessions.
Like,
you know what I mean? That's just the guaranteed.
So he's got to be getting paid like 150.
Yeah.
And then and it's on Netflix. And it's on Netflix.
So if he's making 110 million versus like when he fought Berlanga, that was over 50 million guarantee plus whatever behind the back scene of that. He made about $100 million just there versus Berlanga. You know what I mean? So that's why when
how you gonna get back in on Netflix? How would that work?
No, not on Netflix. Netflix is gonna be all guaranteed.
It's just gonna be guaranteed, right?
That's 150 guaranteed because I normally make with pay-per-view and everything else about 110 million. You want me to fight Crawford? Give me 150 guaranteed. I don't care. It's kind of like when Tio was telling Top Rank, you want me to fight Matias? No, not for 2.8 and put me on pay-per-view. Give me 3.5 guaranteed, and I don't care about no pay-per-view and no back-end money. Just give me a guaranteed. It covers everything.
How much was Bud had a guarantee over at Top Rank, right? It was like 2 million, right, or something like that. The one where Bob Arum was like, I could have built a house in Beverly Hills with this guy.
I can't remember. It was 4.5 or 5.5.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot of money for a guy who doesn't sell. I mean,
right.
So he was not on pay-per-view, and the only pay-per-view fight that he had was against Porter, and that was shit.
I tell you, that is smart business by Bud because
of course it is.
He put Bob Arum in a situation where Bob's like, shit, 147 got all the best welterweights. I got one good one right here. I don't want to let him go. You know what I mean?
He was so rebellious.
I don't want to let him go,
right?
And that's why, yeah.
That's why Tio's rebellious because he sees that this motherfucker don't sell. This motherfucker don't sell, and he's not more exciting than me.
That's still disrespectful as fuck. I would never say that about my fighter on live.
No. That's besides the point. We're just talking about the numbers. But bro, the other question that I love, bro.
Let me look up what you were saying. Hold on.
The other question that I love, hey, how does it feel that now you're gonna, UFC fans who don't know you, they get to know you now, but who got offended by that, like, yeah, man.
Yeah, let's bring it. Okay, I'll show it. Yeah, I remember when. So yeah, let me bring this up. Yeah, let me bring this up.
Look at the post that I put,
first,
bro.
Before I show that, let's go to the question that will actually lead into that, because somebody asked him a similar question, and let's see his response, and then we'll go to that.
First,
You know,
Okay.
Together we can do
So
big.
first they asked Canelo, yo, how is it working with Dana White from UFC? Boxing is in UFC or whatever, and you hear Canelo's shit, right? Oh, I like Dana White, I like the UFC, all the fighters know me, blah, 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 blah. Then they go and ask Bud Crawford the same thing. Hey, Bud, how is it working? Well, you'll hear from him, because he's implying that everyone knows Canelo, nobody knows you. So how is it working with UFC fight? And then you see Crawford take offense to that. He was already on, like I said, he was already in a different mood today. And he's like, why? What you mean? Like, people don't know who I am, right? And watch how he answers that.
similar question for Bud Crawford. You know, a lot of MMA fans, UFC fans, may not have ever seen you fight before, and they might tune in because Dana and the UFC are involved. So what has it been like maybe introducing yourself to a lot of MMA fans?
say that again.
What?
He took offense to that.
What's it like, you know, Dana, you got it.
I don't think you did your research by saying a lot of MMA fighters haven't seen me fight before. I think that's wrong. I got a lot of fans, friends that's been in the UFC, MMA field, being that I got a wrestling background. When I'm at the UFC Performance Institute, I got so many UFC fans want to take pictures that know who I am, so I don't know where you got that from.
All right, so check it out. Yeah, I got you, HOD. So you just sat there, and the guy basically said, yeah, you know, how is it getting to know the UFC? Because obviously they know who Canelo is, and you just heard Crawford. I don't know where you get that from. Everybody know who I am working with the UFC. All the fighters know who I am. So then how come when you was at UFC, Nocha, they thought you was Kendrick Lamar? If everyone knows who you are, why did they mistake you for Kendrick Lamar?
But
look, that's so fucked up. And it's UFC too. So was the reporter wrong? The reporter is not wrong, bro. The reporter doesn't even know who Bud Crawford is. You know what I mean?
You mistaken, sir. You fans know me very well.
Yeah. But now, yo, when I look back at it,
we all know who Kendrick Lamar is.
He's getting mad at the press conference, like, I don't know who told you. Everyone knows who I am. And I could just imagine the UFC reporters like, bruh, I just remember they mistaken you for Kendrick Lamar, my guy. Like, you know what I mean? And he kind of does look like Kendrick Lamar in that picture. I mean, that's still embarrassing as fuck, because he doesn't know at that moment.
Oh,
he doesn't know. He thinks they're like, what? Yeah.
I am sorry, sir. You right. We don't know who you are, Kendrick Lamar. We do know you.
Look at Turkey sitting. That Turkey moved away in that picture, like, fuck, somebody fucked up.
Motherfucker, who these motherfucking? Not everybody, not motherfucker.
Hey, yo, Turkey, bro. Like, Turkey really likes Crawford. So I don't understand why I've been seeing. I know why some people have been doing it, but I've been seeing some people go around and say, "Man, I can see it now.
You know what?
I can see it now. Crawford's gonna outbox Canelo, but the judges are gonna be in Canelo's favor." I'm like, why would the judges be in Canelo's favor? If anything, they're gonna be in Bud Crawford's favor, because the fucking the Saudi that's paying for everything is like he's on your nuts, bro.
Turkey is a master chess player. You guys he's been using Bud to get Canelo. And now he's got Canelo on the hook for the next 2 years.
Right. So hold on a second, HOD. So hold on. But I'm going to tell you why that kind of doesn't make sense in a way. So it does. He's got Canelo for the rest of his career. So once you have him, you already have a contract and everything. You don't got to pretend anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's going
pretend anymore.
But you know, it's all he's got to make competition out of this fight to make to make it what it is too. You know what I mean? But guess what? After
Okay,
September,
so let me ask you. So let me ask you then. Same question, because like I said, obviously, I saw some people try to make this perception that if the fight is close, they're saying. Now I know why some outlets are doing it. I know why some of them are doing it, but not just. I'm talking about the other ones. Over here saying, well, yeah, well, the judges will be in Canelo's favor. Well, I think it's the complete opposite, bro. If they're going to be in anyone's favor or lean towards anybody, it would probably be Crawford because of his relationship with Turkey. That's just how I feel.
right? But the long-term investment here is not Crawford. It's Canelo. It's the same
If
thing
Crawford wins, he's retiring, right?
right. I mean, there's not what's left for him to do. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna set himself up. I mean, maybe he will. Let's say he.
What if Crawford? This is man, the world. It'll never happen. But can you imagine this? Crawford beats Canelo, and then somehow they want him to fight David Benavidez, and then they bring up. No, I know. Just hear me out. He beats Canelo, and then they somehow bring David into the picture, and then they bring up the old fight between Crawford and David Benavidez's brother, and then they play off that storyline. And David Benavidez is like, I'm gonna get revenge for what you did to my brother fucking years ago. That shit would be great, bro. Yo, if anyone got enough money to do that, it's Turk, bro.
Yeah, now
you're got talking the money to do that, bro.
Now you're talking Rocky Balboa's top.
I know, still. I mean, shit. Well, we might as well. HOD. No. You got a fucking guy from 147 already moving up to 168.
The difference is Canelo's a 5'7" midget, and that's why Crawford is daring to do this, because he is only 5'7", not because Canelo's 6'1", 6'2", bulking up to 210 pounds for fight night.
How tall is Canelo? Let's look at the tail of the tape.
Bro, he might be 5'6.5". He's 5'7".
Got the tail of the tape right here.
If they say 5'8", they're lying. He's 5'7". No, they're just 5'7.5".
Hold on.
He's 5'7". I think Crawford is a solid 5'8" to 5'9". Know what they got? Oh yeah, 5'8" they got there.
So they got Canelo at 5'7" and 5'7.5", and Crawford at 5'8". Yeah, Canelo's not tall at all.
Yeah, you could take that. You could take that.
Crawford's not even that tall.
No, but I think he's actually a little taller than the 5'8". He might be, or he's a real 5'8". You know what I mean? Because they be lying on all these things.
Why do they have Canelo at 1 times undisputed? They need 2 times. 168.
Maybe this is old. Who knows? Oh, I get what you're saying. I don't. Maybe they didn't count it.
I heard them. They didn't say that today. Did you notice that when Michael Buffer was talking about when they were introducing them, they said that they said Bud Crawford is a 4. Oh yeah, this is old. They said Bud Crawford is a 4-division champ. They said Canelo's a 4-division champ. But then they mentioned Canelo as undisputed at 168, but they didn't say twice, but they did say Bud is a 2-time 140, 147 undisputed champion. Technically, I mean, if you want to be technical about it, he is 2 times undisputed. He gave up the belt, fought and became it again. It's 2 times. That's technically it. I mean, we can't pick and play games. I mean, when they elevate a champion, do you call him a champion? I mean, that's not the way I want to see him get an email belt when they email a fighter a belt. I don't want to see it, but hey, do we call him a champion still? Yeah, we do. We do. Technically, we do. When Boo Boo Andre didn't fight for any of his belts, right? But he was still a champion. Did we call him a champion? We did. When Devin Haney got emailed, elevated to the fucking WBC champion, we did. We called him a champion. Boots got elevated once Crawford moved up, right? Before he fought Stanionis, we called him a champion, did we not? So if Canelo gave up his belts and came back and beat Skull, that's 2 times undisputed, bro. Since we want to be all technical about shit.
Yo, but remember I was saying that energy I put in the private chat. That when he walked in, bro, That didn't look like no Crawford, bro. That looked like some goofy dude.
Oh yeah. I'll play that real quick. Hold on. As long as it don't got no music, I don't give a
No,
fuck.
it's just from the
Yeah, the music shit be getting me. I don't know what it is with that.
with that. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
No, it's just recently just with it's like mini small copyrights. I don't, you know what I mean. It's only happening. It's happened more because ever since they gave me the monetization, like they weren't doing it before. Now they're doing it. Hold on, let me see. Take this off.
my UFC post. People are really liking that shit, bro.
But it is true. It is true. Like the reporter, you can't get mad at the reporter. The reporter is like, bruh, everyone knows, everyone in their mom. Like, if you go on the other side of the world, a random is gonna know who Canelo Alvarez is, right? So basically, all he was saying was like, not a lot of people know you. How is it working with the UFC and knowing the fighters? And Crawford took offense to it. Like, I don't know who told you that. Everybody knows who I am. But then again, there's a picture. But then they fucking mistaken you for Kendrick Lamar, the UFC of all people,
the
UFC.
What if that reporter would have had this picture, right? But sir, they called you Kendrick. He pulls out the picture.
I mean, bro, it would be different if it was. It would be different if it was like ESPN or the Zone, maybe. No, motherfucker. The same people you are accusing of them not knowing who you are didn't know who you are. They didn't know who you are, bro. It's the fucking truth.
You know who I can't stand at the moment?
Who?
Is Mac and Cheese, man. Coach Mac and Cheese.
Bo Mac?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, with the hole. And new.
No.
That
when
shit.
They were doing the face off, he's pushing it. Oh, it's on now. I don't know if you saw it's on. I'm like, dude, why you being extra?
Oh yeah.
Why you being extra, bro?
Yeah, Bo Mac has always been like that, bro. He's always been like that.
I'm like, dude, that just tells you motherfuckers are full of nervous energy.
Yo, you know what? Now that you say it like that, when I do look back, I can tell you this right now. This was not Bud Crawford, bro. This right here.
When have you seen Bud Crawford act like a goofball,
I've never seen him act this goofy, bro. The fuck was that? Bro, that bag got to him, bro. That bag, that big ass bag got the Bud. Got him acting goofy as fuck.
What the fuck, bro?
That bag got him tap dancing and shit. Tap dancing Bud over here, bro.
I didn't get that, bro. That's not the Bud we know.
Yeah. But that's the shit I saw when I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a different press conference now. Yeah, this one's definitely gonna be a different one now.
Canelo at the face, he gave him a smirk like, bro, I see you pissing down your leg, bro. Canelo, and it's the spotlight is different. It is different, and it goes through everyone. There's stages of that, like when I go to the wrestling meets with my little man, bro. We go to, as he's elevating, and now we're going into like big schools, and you got 10,000 people screaming and shit.
Yeah.
Yo, it's a different energy, and it's an energy that I gotta help my son corral when those moments happen. Until now he got used to. Now he thrives on it, right? But bro, when it's your first time, it's like, what the fuck? Because sometimes when you go to wrestling meets, you got like maybe 8 mats, 12 mats, 15, 16 mats. But when it's the big stakes, when in the universities and it's coming down to the finals, and they remove all the other mats, and it's only the one mat in the middle for everybody. That's all eyes on you. It's a different story.
So it's yeah, but Bud, I would say this, but I mean it ain't the same. It ain't the same. But Bud kind of did have a big audience when he fought Madrimov. It wasn't that big, but it was still there. There was a big card with that. There was when he fought Madrimov, not necessarily. I'm not saying Madrimov is the opponent. Let's not forget that was actually a big card. They had a lot of good fights in that card, right? They had what was it, Piccoli and Jared Anderson, and this was actually one of the first time. This was like early still when Turkey was still putting a whole bunch of shit together, and when they showed up the day before the fight, they showed up all in vehicles and shit, and so it was a big crowd outside. It wasn't nowhere near as fighting Canelo, but and when he fought Earl, that was crowded. You know what I mean? That was a fight that everybody had been asking for. So it ain't like well, it ain't like I know I'm just saying it ain't like this is the first time Earl is ever gonna be like put on the spotlight. I know it's no comparison to Canelo, but at least you could say he's had a bigger crowd than most.
There's gonna be over 70,000 fans, and 65,000 of those are gonna be all Canelo fans. He's never been in an atmosphere where he is so the small man in that arena, in never.
Where are they fighting again? Where are they fighting again?
They still saying at the Raiders Stadium in Vegas, Allegiant Stadium.
They're still. Didn't we look that up?
They're still saying that. You heard the reporter asked Dana a question. Hey, how did you guys pull off with the UNLV game like that? And like, I don't. And you know what he did? He ignored it because I don't know if it's even official yet. That's why you look it up in the video of the press conference. The guy asked Dana White, "How did you guys pull it off?" And he just like, "Oh, I don't know, Turkey." You know what I mean? And he just.
Oh, I didn't. I don't think I clipped that part.
But that was one of the questions. Dana White kind of, well, I don't know, man, Turkey, you know, and hey, and that's it. He don't.
Where was Turkey there today?
No, but when this reporter asked Dana White that question, he kind of like, woo, blew it off.
I don't even know. You know what? I don't even know why you got Dana. Like I haven't seen Dana do anything as far as promoting go.
Dude, he's the one who, of course, we have, bro. The man. You know what? Today's press conference.
Today was the only time.
That's UFC style. What today happened was UFC style.
Yeah, it was.
And I liked it, bro. I liked it. I didn't like the gay ass questions from the promoter asking the fighters, "Hey, what do you think?" But no, we had two lines of reporters asking questions, and let's get the face off.
Hold on, let me see. It's not. Is it Canelo?
You can't buy tickets here, bro. They're not announced.
I'm just checking because.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm verbally saying, dude. There's Allegiant Stadium hasn't been booked yet. They're saying it, but not Allegiant Stadium. It's almost like me saying, let me see.
It's September, right?
Yeah, September 13th. It's like me saying,
oh yeah, it's there.
Oh, they put it in now?
Now it's there.
Oh, what does it say right there? Hold
on.
Transpiring? Right? No, at the corner right there of it.
Oh, transportation.
Oh, transportation. What does it mean beneath that?
Okay, let me see right here. Because you know what? This is the only one that actually has that. None of the other, because it's going to be such a big event. It says right here. So this is in regards to Canelo and Crawford. It says we recommend we recommend booking a convenient and affordable parking in advance through Spot Hero.
Hey, can you click and see if the tickets are on sale yet?
Yeah, hold on. Tickets. Let me see.
Tio's been quiet. I'm gonna hate if they put Tio on this undercard, bro. I'm gonna be pissed. You can't click on it, right? Hold
on, I'm trying it. Hold on. It took me out to another screen. It wants me to validate something real quick. Hold on.
You got me clicking, bro. Stadium. Let me go here. Canelo.
No, you can't actually buy tickets yet, but it's showing that. That's weird.
You see what I mean? So it's not.
So
What's
they're
premium?
showing it. They got but they got the slot for it, but you're not allowed to buy tickets, which is kind of weird. Why would you?
They're letting you sign up for the premium. This is intended specifically for interest in purchasing upscale experience. Like if you want to buy the skyboxes, or if you want to.
Oh, maybe because it's Netflix. They. I'm not saying they're not going to focus on the stadium, but I'm pretty sure they want as much people to tune in. I don't know how in the hell they're going to handle that buffering. That buffering was atrocious with the Mike Tyson fight.
No, bro, but give it a break. They're gonna that was the first time around, and Netflix is gonna have that fixed.
They better.
No big deal. It's no big deal. I'm not worried about that at all, because it was the first time, and bro, who expected over 100 million people were gonna tune in to watch that? Nobody, bro. That was crazy. I'm looking, bro. Yeah, the only thing you could sign up for is for the premium suites, but no tickets on sale yet. I might buy tickets now just to scalp them, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a hey, this should be a short on that, bro. It should be a short. I'm gonna make a short on that right there.
Yeah, it'll be, bro. I don't give a fuck if I lose. I'm making 50 million.
Bud was not the same, bro. Bud was a totally different man today.
Bro, that looked like a clown, bro. If Teal did that, we'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I would. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong? Yeah, he was just not, that wasn't Bud, bro. It was like that was either forced or he really felt disrespected.
No, it was nervous energy because he got look, it looked like he won the battle of the last press conference by stepping into Canelo. Canelo did nothing, bro. But that interview from Ring Magazine with the GOATs where Tom Brady and Shaq are like, who the fuck invited this guy to the GOAT conversation? Ricky who? You know what I mean? He looked bad, bro. He got cooked.
Yeah, he was visibly shook in that interview. Like, bro, not shook. He was like just embarrassed. Like when somebody
got up from his seat. You saw how he got up? Oh, no.
Yeah. Like, when somebody catches you off guard with a question that you wasn't really expecting, and I don't know, like if somebody catches you doing something you're not supposed to be doing, and you get caught off guard, they ask you the question, and you just you get taken back. It was almost like that. It was like he had to search. He had to search in the Rolodex of his brain.
Somebody walked in on him jerking off.
Who did I fight that was elite? Damn, bro.
Somebody walked in the room while he was jerking off. Oh shit!
He had to actually search.
His mom
Who did I fight that was elite? He had to go in his Rolodex of his brain.
And
he's like, bro, you shouldn't have to think that long, my guy.
He came out with
Ricky Byrne. And Ricky Byrne, so look. This is how retarded people are, bro. So I made a short on people, right? On that, right? And people were like, man, you don't know, man. Ricky Burns is a 3-division champion. You motherfucker, I know who he is. That's the guy that got beat by Ndongo. Ndongo beat him, bro. Like I know who Ricky Burns is, my guy. And then on top of that, some of these dudes are hilarious, bro. Like in my last video, somebody put "stop it," and I'm like, stop. No. They just put "stop it." Now, mind you, my video is like fucking. I'm like, stop. Like in my mind, I'm like, stop. Like, you want to give me more context, bro? Like what? Stop what? So I told him. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't stop. I won't stop. I don't even know how to stop. No Diddy, because I have no idea what the fuck you're saying. Like, stop what, bro? Yo, social media is the weirdest place on earth, bro. It is the weirdest place, bro.
Hey, Shadow.
Yeah.
The moment that Tom Brady, then that's Canelo. So how long has this fight been brewing that you kind of like? I never thought about fighting these guys ever.
Yeah. I think that's where it started brewing from. I think that's the shit that started getting him mad, bro. But the thing is, he's getting mad at Canelo because he feels like, oh, he disrespected me, saying he never thought of me. He don't know who Ricky Burns is. Motherfucker, Canelo don't know who Ricky Burns is, bro. And no,
Yo.
he never thought of fighting you. He's not disrespecting you. You're taking it that way because you're not there, bud. You're not there commercially. You're a great fighter, but you're not there selling tickets and being the face of boxing. So when the motherfucker says, I don't know who Ricky Burns is, he really doesn't know who Ricky Burns is. And no, he was not thinking about you. So Bud takes this shit to offense. Like, oh, I can't believe it. But you know he's out of character because the UFC guys like, bruh. How is it working with the UFC? Not a lot of people. What do you mean? Not a lot of people know me.
You didn't do
What
no research, man.
The UFC didn't know who you were. The same people you're saying that knew who you were did not know who you were because they mistaken you for Kendrick Lamar. Nobody's lying, Crawford. You're getting bent out of shape for nothing.
Yo, when Canelo said that, I know Tom Brady, and I know Tom Brady. Like, damn, man, like all the greats. All the greats. You know, we're gonna start with Tom Brady. You know, when he was preparing for football, he was thinking about the top motherfuckers in the game of how he's gonna have to go. Yeah, I gotta go against Kansas City.
Right.
Damn, I'm right now I'm drawing a blank. Mahomes. I gotta think about the Bills. I gotta think about this guy, that guy. You know, that's Tom Brady. You know, Michael Jordan. I'm thinking about Magic. I'm thinking about Clyde Drexler. I'm thinking about Karl Malone. I'm going to go top them. And then Canelo's like, I never thought about these guys. They're like, damn, bro, this guy's
but look. I understand why Crawford, like his pride, but I guarantee you it's sort of like, all right, you saw, here, just let me say this. You saw recently Keyshawn Davis, right? Recently came out on X after all these weeks and said, yo, after reflecting on what I've done, he had some time to think about it. I guarantee you when Bud has some time to think about it, he's going to look back and be like, wait a second. Like, I really took this shit personal, but like, I'm watching this and I know that Canelo did not mean no dish. He really did not know who Ricky Burns is. He really was never thinking about fighting you. This is all fucking facts and true, bro. Okay. And it's also a fact, like you get upset with the reporter when the reporter actually, at first, I thought the reporter was playing him, but the reporter is not playing him. The reporter was out of, I believe, I'm not sure if they were with part of the UFC. You see Dana White with the UFC. So he's like, everyone knows who Canelo is, right? Not a lot of people know who you are, right? How is it working with, starting to get to know people? He takes that to offense. But then when he says that, like, I don't know who told you, nobody know who I am. But then bro, the same fucking organization mistaking you for Kendrick Lamar, bro.
Yo,
what the fuck are you talking about?
My thing is going viral. There's a reason why Bud got me blocked.
No, but I get it though. But I get it. Like, I know why. Pridefully, I get it, bro. I get it, bro. He's a fighter, and you know what though, like. Me personally is why I put respect on Bud's name. He's 2-time undisputed, bro. And I'm a boxing fan. Like, I'm not gonna sit here. Like, I know Bud is a dangerous motherfucker, right? But that's us. The normal person doesn't know who Bud is. The normal person knows who Canelo is. That's a clear fucking difference, bro. It's not even the same sandwich, bro.
You know what I can't wait for? Because it ain't gonna happen anytime soon. I can't wait. Oh, I hear like a double echo.
Go ahead.
Is that? Yeah, I hear myself. Are you playing me double over there?
No, I hear you fine.
That's crazy. I can't wait in about, I don't know, maybe 2 years from now, when Shaq is on a podcast with Tom Brady and they ask him about this interview, and what were they thinking when Canelo said, "I never thought about these guys to fight him," or who's that guy? I want to know what they were thinking when Canelo said that. I want to know what Shaq. I want to know what Shaq was thinking. This motherfucker's cooking my brother, bro.
I guarantee you, Shaq and Tom Brady didn't fucking probably know who Ricky Burns were.
Yeah, but I can't wait to hear what their expression, what's their reaction to this interview. I need to hear it. Yo, what you thought when Canelo said that, bro? Tom Brady's like, damn, bro, he's not. Who
poor
Bud.
This
guy in this?
Bud was on one, bro. Bud was on. I mean, I ain't never seen him skip into a press conference like that. What was that?
Hey, did
Well, like what is this right here? What is this? What is
you
that right there? What is that? What is that? Look, that's that I got that Canelo check. That's got that Canelo check dance, bro. Yeah, I got that bag.
I don't give a fuck if I get knocked out, man.
Yeah,
I got paid.
yeah, that's that Canelo bag right there, bro.
That's
Don't
fucked up, bro.
be mad, motherfuckers don't know who you are, bro. You got that bag, bro. You got that bag.
Yeah, but all that really was, like I said, it's a lot of nervous energy. He knew that he had to answer about the no resume, the lead. He knew that it was gonna be all these people against him. It was all of that in between, and I get it. Does it have anything to do with what's gonna happen in that moment?
I was just about to say, you don't think if he's got so if you think he's got nervous energy at a fucking press conference, I don't know if it was that nervous. This is what I think.
It goes away after round one.
I do think it's a little nervous energy, but I honestly think it's exactly what I just told you. I now, like I said, this is my opinion. He's a 2-time undisputed champion, right? He did get more exposure after the Spence fight, but he didn't get like a huge global, but he did get more known, right? And that's a fact, because I know there were some people that didn't even know who Bud Crawford was before he fought Earl, right?
I compare it when I was much younger, and I pulled one of the baddest bitches ever, and I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this bitch is with me. And I'm, you got like them butter, like, damn. Then you checking her out all night, like, damn, this chick is with me. And you got some nervous energy because you just can't believe this chick is with you. But then once you get it to your bedroom, bro, and you start ripping it all up, all that shit goes away, and it's just back to business. And that's what's gonna happen with Crawford. Once round one happens.
Okay,
ding,
yeah,
ding.
that took a different turn, but yeah, I get what you're
I'm just saying
saying.
it
But
goes away.
no. I'm trying to tell you what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that is your comparison with the nervousness. Oh, okay. My thing is this, bro. I honestly believe he's nervous like this. He's a 2-time undisputed champion. He's never lost. He's got a lot of pride like everyone else. When he beat Errol Spence, he did get more known, bro. Because after he beat Spence, he went on that whole tour. He was going on talk shows. I saw it myself, bro, and I was happy for the dude. But it ain't like he was on a fucking Canelo level, right? But in his mind, he's like, yeah, I'm globally known, which is why he didn't even realize when the UFC guys asking him, yo, how is it working with the UFC, because I'm pretty sure that same UFC reporter is the same one. He's with the organization or whatever. He saw they just mistaken him for Kendrick Lamar a couple months ago. So that was an honest question, but Bud is already in defense mode. He's in defense mode because Canelo's like, you don't know who Ricky Burns ain't elite. Ricky Burns is a 3-division champ. Right, but Canelo don't know who the fuck he is, right? So Canelo's like, who that guy? So he's already in defense mode.
Whose fault is that?
No. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to give you the reason why I feel like he came in like that. Add that with Turkey probably saying something is the final press conference, and with the little nervousness with the lights. I think he was super defensive, like, I'm tired of motherfuckers saying that this and that, but at the same time, like, I'm thinking that Canelo, and I'm like, bro, Canelo is true. Canelo don't know who the fuck that guy is. Canelo never thought about fighting you. It's true. The UFC did not know who you were, bro. They thought you were Kendrick, bro. So all this shit is true, but in his mind, he's like, nah.
But whose fault is that?
Like, for his career, like,
whose fault is that we can visibly see that this man is full of nervous energy, pent up with all the bullshit that's been happening. So whose fault is that he's like that? The way he acted today. That's his publicist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's his publicist. That's his managers. They should be researching, doing all the backwards and forward questions to themselves, ready to have them answered. So that when these questions come up, you're ready to roll. You got something to say that's gonna sound smooth, it's gonna sound definitive, and it's not gonna. But he's coming up with the answers right then and there, and that's not gonna work. You gotta be ready for this shit. You gotta practice these questions, and nobody's doing that. They're all winging it, and that's a problem.
Yeah, we go to the. You could tell he was but yeah, so it's funny because when he walked in, he looked all jolly and shit. Looked all jolly with that damn you know, I ain't never seen him walking like that. But it was that question that had it was the question that nobody it already, bro, it was already a recipe for him already getting all defensive. When the very first question is, Canelo, how is it that everybody, basically so many words, Canelo, how is it that once again, the whole world knows who you are, Canelo? My unborn child in my wife's stomach knows who you are. Crawford, how is it nobody knows who you are? In layman terms, technically, is what the motherfucker said. But he said it real nice. And he said, how is it like getting to get more fans? How is it being on this stage? And when he answers like, I don't know who told you that, like everyone know who I am, you're right. He should have been prepared for that question, because really all that reporter had to do is say, what do you mean? No, we didn't know who you were. Do you want me to put the picture up with you and Kendrick Lamar? Well, he thought you was Kendrick. So, but I think a lot of that had to do with not just that question, HOD. I think it had to do with Canelo, with the whole who Rick, but
right, all of that.
Canelo even tried to explain it to him though. But I think it's Canelo's broken English. But like Canelo even tried to tell him, like, bro, I'm not, like, so many words, like, I'm not trying to disrespect you. Like, there's a difference between having a belt and being elite, and I understand that, because how many times have we seen a champion? The context is everything. All these motherfuckers hate it when I bring up Devin Haney, but the context is everything for me. I don't know Devin to hate Devin. I picked Devin to knock out Jose Ramirez. All right. At the end of the day, context is everything. At the end of the day, the guy he beat to become undisputed is Kambosos. Okay, well, let's look at Kambosos. What has Kambosos done? He's known for beating Teofimo Lopez. That's it, bro. He's literally lost every single fight. Even the Maxie Hughes, he got robbed. Maxie Hughes got robbed, bro. He's a one-hit fucking wonder who beat a man who was damn near dying that night and still almost lost and still got dropped in the 10th round. That is the truth, bro. So take away Kambosos, and then you're left with the Loma win. If we're talking about best wins, right? Then we're talking about the Loma. Well, people think you lost that. You see what I'm saying? Context is everything. But when you go to the Hall of Fame later on, or years down the line, all people are gonna read is, if they still got books there, they're gonna be like, oh, youngest undisputed champion. Wow, he must have been something. Yeah, the context is everything. And that's why Canelo was telling Bud, yo, yes, bro, you could have a belt. That don't mean you're elite. So when he mentioned, Ricky Burns, he's like, who? Like, really? Because Ricky Burns lost to Ndongo. What did Ndongo do? Right? I looked up Ndongo wasn't really not that,
but
he was a champion, but
Canelo explained it either in Spanish. Canelo explained it very clearly what he was saying. Either I don't know, maybe because it sounded the same in English or Spanish when he's talking. So maybe I don't know if it was either or. But
are we talking about the one with Dana White, they were with Tom Brady?
No. I'm talking about today's press conference. What he was.
Okay.
Canelo explained what he was trying to say. He's like, look, he's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. Just that those guys that he fought were not elite. He may be very well a great fighter, Crawford. Just that he's just saying he hasn't beat anyone elite. That's where he's just saying. And then he's not saying that Crawford is not elite. He's not saying that Crawford is not great. He's just saying that you haven't fought nobody, bro. That's it. That's all he was trying to just instill. Who have you fought? And let the answer die right there. Oh, okay, you didn't fight nobody yet. You still could be a great fighter.
Right, but but if I say to you, HLD, if I say to you, you fought nothing but bums, what does that mean? If I say to you, you fought nothing but bums, what do you take that as?
You're a boots. That's what you are to me. You're a boots, and I still don't know how good you are, bro. That's what that means to me. That's all
Right,
it means to me.
right. Okay, right. So if you say to somebody, bruh, you ain't beat nobody elite, it's almost saying, yeah, the same thing, but in a nicer way.
But then that's what. And then with Crawford, oh, you. He said exactly. You're gonna find out with me.
Yeah, that shit too. That shit too, bro. I couldn't believe that. Canelo asked him again. Yeah, so tell me once again who you beat that was elite. Or and he fuck around. He says, oh, you, bruh. I'm telling you, bruh. Some people are gonna be like, man, he cooked him this press conference. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, other than the talking tough Tony shit, which is fine. The whole demeanor was just off as far as like, because when I'm looking at it from the way that I'm looking at it, bro, is like I don't think Canelo really was. When Canelo doesn't normally disrespect people, bro, he even said it like, bro, I'm not with that. And I told you there's a video of him when they're at that dinner, and let me see if I can find it because I gotta shut this off soon. But there's a video with him at that dinner, and I want to know if I can find the whole video. But it starts recording when Canelo is in the middle of talking. He stood up. They were at the table, and he stood up as if somebody was like asking him, as if somebody was trying to tell him, yo, y'all need to like do this in the press conference. And he's like, no, I don't need to do nothing. Like, I don't need to do nothing. Like, I know what I'm going to bring in the ring. I don't have to talk shit. That's and that I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the people around the table, and I'm thinking, yo, they were trying to talk about, how to spice that. That's the only thing. Let me see if I can find it before I get out of here.
Man, you know what I wanted us to because what's really spicy, bro, which I don't know if you really touched up on, is what's going on with that Norman Jr. and Bill Haney shit.
Yeah, I actually have a video that I just didn't drop yesterday. So I saw him on AM Sport. I also I saw you on one of the other channels too. I saw him on AM Sports too. He, I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if it's too late for me to drop. Well, let me say what you don't even know what I'm gonna say. You don't even know what I'm gonna say, and you're saying no. Why do you do that, HOD? I noticed that about you. Because I literally didn't even say anything. You have no idea, bro. You have no. Hold on, stop. You have no fucking idea what was gonna come out of my mouth. So how can you sit there and go, no, that's not it? I didn't even say nothing. I said
You said AM Sports Radio, and you said something else.
That's not it. That's not it.
And you said me that you saw me on and you said that you saw me on a panel.
That's it. So you have no idea what I'm gonna say, right? I admit you got no. No, because you do this shit all the time, HOD. You do it all.
But I'm just telling you, neither one of those.
Right, it's like me saying this. All right, don't lie to me. Did you do this? Yes or no? Well, lie.
No.
That's you. No. Yes, motherfucker. I go through it all the time with you.
Hey, it was not the AM Sports Radio, whatever you said, and it wasn't about me being on a panel. That's what I said no
earlier on. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Tell me what you're gonna say.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not even gonna say nothing.
It was no.
You do this shit all the time, bro.
No, stop. I'm telling
you. Don't know what I was gonna say. You don't know what I was gonna say.
You said AM Sports Radio, and then you said about me being on a panel, and I'm saying no, that's not it.
Go ahead, bro. Say
no, are you gonna
tell me what you're gonna say? Just tell me what you're gonna say.
That there was no to those two things.
Okay. What about what about the Norman Jr. back and forth with Devin Haney? What is it that you wanted to say specifically?
Well, that's when you interrupted me. You wanted to show me that you were going to drop some videos. So I'm like, okay. And then you started saying about the
No. You said, Shadow, you ain't touch on that, Shadow. I said I had a video I was going to touch on, and before I say anything, you said no, that's not it.
No. You said AM Sports Radio. Don't do that because now you're lying about that part. Then you followed through, and then you said AM
you want me to finish what I was going to say? Let me tell you what. Okay, how about this? How about I just tell you what my video was going to be about?
Go ahead.
Then you can just tell me. Okay.
I'm just saying that it was no.
The reason why I didn't drop it. The reason why I didn't drop the video is because the situation with Brian Norman Jr. and Bill Haney, it's fucking constantly flip-flopping back and forth. You know what I mean? And it's like, so I'll tell you to the part where I got. So they were on the Boxing Voice, of course, going back and forth. Okay. And fucking he's telling Bill Haney to sign it. I know Bill Haney's telling him to sign it, right? And he's like, bruh, if you sent me a good contract, I'll sign it once my lawyer looks at it, right? But Bill Haney kept saying, no, sign it, sign it, sign it. So that he was like, yo, let me get off of Ness. I gotta go. Let me go look what the fuck, because now he's making me think there's something in the contract. Then he went on all the other channels and the all fallout. They were going back and forth and they got disrespectful with each other. What I saw was late last night, and then yes, I saw you later when he was on, I think Mill City.
Oh, yeah,
but I saw later on when Brian Norman Sr. came on and said that he was upset. He was upset and he's frustrated because he feels like everyone's going around lying. And he's like, lying about what? He's like, well, the fans are always trying to act like they're in the fucking business. And you got these people over here saying that's a lie. And you got these people over here saying that contract was never sent. You got these people over here saying the fight ain't happening. You got these people saying the fight is happening. And he's like, I get it. But it's like, you got big channels doing it and they got to push. So if you got one channel saying, yo, he ducked, or yo, contract wasn't sent, that's how narratives and false information goes around. And then what ends up happening is when they say something, then now it's a lie. And then somebody always ends up looking like a duck when none of that ever happened. And he said he was frustrated. And he said, as far as he knows, nothing has changed. Everything's agreed on. That's the last thing I saw as of, what was it, 10 p.m. last night.
Okay.
So now you could say what you
I'm gonna play just a 30-second clip of audio.
When is it from?
Give me a second. I'm trying to cue it up. And let me get the volume up on this shit so that you can hear it clearly. Is it?
Who is it from?
This is all right, let's see here. Volume all the way up. All right. Oh shit, I'm on. Damn it. Give me a second.
Go ahead, take it.
Just give me a second. Give me a second because I want to play it for you. I gotta set this set up my little studio so I can have everything nice.
Why don't you just make a channel, bro?
Bro, because I don't want this to become an occupation. This is my fun time. You're kind of like you, Shadow. You take it just a little bit more serious than me, but you're the same like me. I really don't give a fuck about, I just want to come on and chat it up with you and with just that's it. Because there's a lot of work and responsibility to do this shit. And don't get me wrong, even hosting, like when you're doing a live, or I've been other lives, and to be a good general, I don't have the patience for it, bro. For the lives and all that shit, to be the general.
Well, if it means anything, first off, I know that you're very knowledgeable. I think you would do well. And I'll tell you what's helped me. What I used to really struggle with was I learned at an early age, bro, especially after my parents died. And when I was in the military, like I learned real early, bro. Like I don't live my life to please others because I know that in a room. No, wait, let me say what I'm going to say, though. When I'm in a room full of 100 people, it don't matter whether you're the most handsomest, got the most money, best dresser, bag all the women, whatever, most charismatic. It don't matter. Somebody's always going to not like you, whether they got a bad vibe or they're jealous of you. You just can't please anybody. But what I always struggled with online was I always felt like people were not truly judging me. Like there's a difference between saying like, I don't agree, right? Or I really didn't think you presented that well. Like I felt like they were just doing it because they don't like Shadow, right? But what helped me get over that was one day I was looking at the YouTube thing back in 2021 when two YouTubers, they unalived themselves because of the bullying, right? I think it was around the COVID time. You remember when they took away the thumbs down button, right?
Oh, that happened recently, right?
Oh, it did?
Yeah, when my guy Shoeshine Boxing.
Yeah.
There was in his circle in Vegas. It happened like about a week and a half ago. in Las Vegas.
Oh,
He-
the guy, the Manny, the Finn
he
Manny
killed.
Sin City. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Sin City shit. Yeah. I was just
my
watching that. Matter of fact, I just got there's this guy that did this like an hour-long documentary.
shoe
Yeah.
shine.
Shoe Shine. I saw him talking to on another
Yeah,
channel. But let me say what I'm
yeah.
gonna say real quick. What really helped me was seeing during that time, because I was like, man, I get it if somebody don't like me. And I get it if they don't agree with my shit. Like, that's fine. But like, I felt like motherfuckers was coming at me just so they don't like me. But then in my head, I'm like, Shadow, like, motherfuckers ain't gonna like you. It don't matter, right? But it's still, when you have a channel, it's different, right? But what helped me was when I went back and looked at when they took away the thumbs down, which is something I didn't agree with. But then I saw YouTube say, look, and they have an example. And I'm just gonna give you my plain example, the easier way. You have 4,000. You have a video with 4,000 views. There's 3 scenarios: a video with 4,000 views, a video, all 3 of them, same video, 4,000 views. You got 1, 4,000 likes, 1, 2,000 likes, 2,000 dislikes. Third one, all 4 dislikes. So half and half, positive, negative. YouTube is saying it doesn't matter. All 3 of them get paid the same. All 3 of them, they engaged. All 3 of them, same views, same engagement, same everything. If they give you all thumbs down, they basically did. It's no different. All they did was click a button. So it's the same. They're still supporting you. You just don't see it that way. So therefore, if a person gives you a thumbs down, they're basically giving you a thumbs up. And I read it and it took a while to sink in. And I'm like, oh, okay. And that's why you see me say to these motherfuckers, bro, if you really don't like me, bro, the best thing to do is just don't watch me and don't hit nothing. But when you come in and hit the thumbs down, you're doing the same thing. But still, I get mad because I know why they're doing it. You see what I'm saying? I know why they're doing it. But that actually helped me once I realized, like, it's all the same.
I don't even care
In fact,
about
when you
that,
think about it, some of them
me.
actually support more than y'all. But go ahead, bro.
For me in that sense, I mean, not to try to belittle how you feel, but for me, I wouldn't care about any of that. I really don't. I don't care. I mean, my thing is the only reason I haven't done it is because I would expect the best from me, and that's gonna take time. That's gonna take learning the whole OBS, understanding how to use the Rodecaster Pro, which I already have.
Oh, you're talking about the recording?
Recording, editing. I mean, like I've gotten mad. Sometimes I get mad when I get like, man, fuck it, So I go and buy the equipment, and I got some equipment already, man. But it's just I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it.
I get it. You don't want to. It's like you're okay with going to channels and talking,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you
okay with
just
it.
don't want to do your own. I get it.
Because it's a lot of work, and then the way I am, I'm a fucking perfectionist. That means it's gonna. And I don't want to. I don't want to deal with it. And I like this because it's fun. It pisses me off when I hear a lot of the bullshit narratives. But
that's one of them.
that's why it pisses me off. Like, this motherfucker said, Ness saying all this dumb shit. I want to be able to have a channel so I can then dissect his lives.
I'm so glad I don't need this to, like, I'm so glad that I'm okay financially as far as, like, because bro, seriously, that's why you see me. I'll do like 2 weeks, 3 weeks off. Y'all won't see me because it's like, man, God bless the motherfuckers that do this on a 100. Because at first you think, oh, it's boxing. I love boxing. I could do this all day, right? And when you realize all the fucking dick sucking, fucking just like dick sucking, hating narrative shit, racist, like after a while you're like, bruh. This shit ain't even boxing no more, bro.
I keep up with what's up. Thank God throughout these 6-7 years I've established a friendship behind the scenes with those who get me on the inside loop at things at times, and fighters and whatnot, and yeah, I'm always on the latest. I'm gonna be on the latest of knowing something, whether it's because because it's a fucking hobby. It's a hobby away from everything else. My daily, my wrestling, baseball.
But you don't understand. Like, I know you. Like, right now, I got mad at you. That's normal. But I don't think I don't know if you see it sometimes, but you come off as sometimes. I know you, but you come off as like I'm just gonna say, brother.
Say it, motherfucker.
You come off as like a person that's like, go ahead, say what you're gonna say. It don't fucking matter anyway, because what I say is important, and I know everything. And no matter what you say is wrong, and even if you got proof showing me that I'm wrong, I'm still right. You come off like that. You come off like that.
You know, I'm telling you, might be right.
I'm just saying, you come and it's fucking. Some people find it disrespectful because it's like, bro, there's no way you can be right all the time. You human, my guy. You human, bro.
But prove me wrong. You see, I don't take it to heart, like I said, because I don't. Hey, this is what I wanted to. This is what I wanted to.
Yeah, go ahead. Play what you're gonna play. Nah. You know what got me mad one day, yo? The one time I forgot.
Only one time?
Nah. There's no. The one time you really got me mad was, bruh, I forgot what I was talking about, and I was already in a bad mood, right? And you was like, drop the link, and I'm like, all right, fucking HO. All right, I'm like, all right. In the back of my head, I'm like, I had a rough day today. If this dude comes on here telling me I'm wrong, because I was just in one of those moods, right? I swear, I didn't even say nothing. And I said like 3 words. I was like, I think you was like, wrong. And I was like, motherfucker, like, I didn't even say nothing yet, bro. And you're like, nah, that's not what happened, bro. Like, I was there. I was there. I know, bro. Like, yeah.
You know, I've never taken, at least from you, there people that I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But you know, I've never taken anything personal, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I know. I feel bad.
You know what I mean?
I know. I feel bad because you're my guy. I don't like spat. I don't like getting mad.
Man. But you know, I don't, like I said.
Because I know, and that's another thing too. And I understand why you don't want to do it. Like, another thing too is like, bro, I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. Like, I've seen people die in front of my face, bro. Life is short. So it's like, I feel bad and I have a heart and shit. And so I actually think about the shit I say. I'm just like that. I think about the shit I say to people. I think about how it affects people. I got no problem saying I'm wrong. I got no problem saying I'm sorry. So I guess when I do see the opposite of that, the narcissism and I'm always right and I told everybody first, and like that shit, I don't know, that shit irks me sometimes because it's like, bro, like, you're not all that, bro. Like, you take a shit like everyone else, bro. Like, you, like, I mean, like, you're just like like, when people act like they are so much better than people, that really gets to me. But I think it's just because of my life experiences. But yeah, I do feel bad from spazzing out sometimes, especially.
Nah, bro. You know what, man? We it's never, you know, and the spaz out chance you do has never been personal. You know what I mean? So it's not like what I'm about to play for you.
All right, what are you gonna first tell me? What is it?
I'm gonna drop it, bro. I'm just gonna drop it.
All right.
And let me just connect this.
Connected.
I want to connect that on Bluetooth because
What was that sound?
I'm connecting it to my Bluetooth speaker.
Okay.
So that it could play louder here on the mic. Done. And okay.
Because I respect my best I heard, we up.
All right.
Best I heard, we up. Best I heard, we up. Next. Fuck wrong with you?
Nigga, your mama's a bitch, nigga.
Don't do that.
Nigga, I just did it, nigga.
All right, you know what? You know what? I'm not even gonna do that because I respect my. You know what? I'm gonna let you have it.
Fuck you, nigga.
Yeah, all right. Nah, the reason I just said I ain't gonna do that because I know what Dale, I know what your mama.
Nigga.
Yeah, it's all good. No. It's about the personal shit. I ain't gonna do that. All right,
I don't give a fuck, nigga.
It's cool.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga.
It's cool.
Everybody gotta go, nigga. Everybody that came, nigga, everybody gotta go, nigga. Fuck you,
It's
nigga.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Fuck you too. It's fuck you too, nigga. And get the fuck out of the phone. I was up there first. Get your bitch ass out of here.
I'm not going, nigga. I'm not
Nigga,
going
go
nowhere.
stop some motherfucking coke. Nigga, go get your 8-ball, bitch.
Nigga,
Bitch, go get your 8-ball, man.
nigga,
Your motherfucking mama, nigga, go dig that bitch up. Nigga, your mama. Fuck wrong with you? Nigga, your mama. Stupid ass nigga. Run it, nigga. I tell you what, run it. I'm gonna be right in your motherfucking face. You talking a whole lot of personal shit. I'm gonna be right in your motherfucking face, and we gonna see how you fucking acting. Fuck wrong with you?
Nigga, listen. Nigga,
This nigga doing a whole bunch of niggas. What we doing, bro? We fighting, we on here cackling like bitch. What we doing? You on here cackling like a bitch right now. This ain't got nothing to do with boxing. Get the fuck off the phone, ho.
Man, fuck you, nigga.
Fuck you, nigga. That's I heard.
You know, Bill Haney, bro. The issue is, bro. You heard what Brian Norman. Yeah, I know that he was talking about a fallout. That why it got so personal. I didn't hear that, but I knew that something had happened. And Brian Norman Jr. said, he said it calmly, bro. He said it calmly. He's like, Bill's gonna get his son hurt. Bill walks around talking so much shit to everybody, calling his son Debo and saying all this shit.
That's
But
not
it's
the fallout.
but it's his son. It's his son. It's his son that's gotta fucking put on the gloves. And he's like, and since you want to bring up Debo, what happened to Debo? Debo got hit with a brick. Well, I got bricks in my hands. But and it's not just that, but fucking Bernard Hopkins was gonna beat up Bill Haney that one time. When he got Bernard Hopkins mad, he be getting all personal, talking shit.
The essence of this fallout, and I'm gonna try to edit it so I can send it to you, so you could do your own thing with it.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be put in. I'm gonna put it. I'm trying to edit it for X. What he did, what Bill Haney did right there, talking about it. And you know that Brian Norman Sr.'s mother is going through stage 4 cancer.
Yeah,
and he's calling her a bitch. And so what the fallout of this all is, Turkey wanted Tio to fight Haney, right? But Haney stock dropped so bad, Turkey was not willing to pay Tio the full-fledged amount that he was going to pay him for Brian Norman. I mean, for a Boots fight, because Haney stock dropped so bad. Now Tio got pissed. He did his wrong. That's besides the point. The other thing is he wanted Haney's wanted to fight at 147, and Tio's like, no, I'm the fucking champion. You got to come fight me at 140 for my belt. That fell apart. Haney went to the press conference with Canelo last week in New York. Oh, last Sunday.
Oh, and wait, and before, I'm sorry, I just gotta say, before you say anything, Norman Sr. said that, just so I don't know if you're getting to that, but just before I forget, he said that Bill didn't even know about the offer, that they came to him.
I'm gonna get to that.
So
the fight. So then what did Bill do? He pulled up to Hitchens at the Canelo press conference, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what they wanted. They wanted to fight at one, and Hitchens is like, no, motherfucker, I'm the champion. You come to me at 140 and fight for the belt at 140. So they didn't want that. You see, so Haney didn't want no fight with Tio at 140 and 140. They didn't want no. They wanted to fight Tio at 147 for no belt. Haney got shit to offer today. His stock is dropped to the toilet. Hitchens said, "You got to fight me at 140. I'm the champion." So guess what? Turkey did. Okay, motherfucker, you stole my money on May 2nd. He went and called, like you were about. He called the Normans first and offered, hey, do you want to fight Devin Haney? And now the Devin Haney fight with the Normans is a lot cheaper than Tio. It's $2 million.
Yeah.
So it's an easier fight to make and cheaper.
Right.
And he wants his get back. Oh, you don't want to fight at 140? You don't want to? Okay. What he did, he called the Normans and hired a hitman, the #1 killer today at 147, Brian Norman Jr. And guess what? They don't want that fight. What ended up happening now is Bill Haney yesterday, you know Tay Jones, right?
Yeah, I know Tay Jones with Deontay Wilder. Shit.
Right. Bill Haney called, and I'm going to send you the video so you could hear this whole entire conversation. Bill Haney yesterday called Tay Jones trying to kill the fight with Brian Norman Jr. Trying to say, yo, man, we didn't want to fight them next. We wanted to offer Shakur the next fight. We wanted to offer Shakur the next fight, man. They're trying to kill our brand.
Say that again?
Bill Haney called Tay Jones seeking for maybe some way of help to try to kill the Brian Norman Haney fight, because he told them they weren't trying to fight him next. They were trying to offer Shakur Stevenson.
That's why that must be what BTB was talking about.
Oh, you look okay. So
no, go ahead. I thought, because your name.
I'm gonna send you the whole thing so you can make a video, man. I'm gonna send you the whole thing so you can make a video.
Because but yeah, send that to me. Because look, so BTB was talking in code when he started his live, right? But he was talking in code and he wasn't saying no names. right? But this is what he said, and this is why y'all don't understand. No, everybody was like, what the fuck is he talking about? He said, if you were present when somebody was talking to someone in your family, and this is during the whole Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney thing, he's talking about Tay Jones. He said, if you were with somebody who you consider family, which would be the Haneys, right? Because you meet riding for them all the time, right? And somebody wanted to put out something that you know would make your family look bad, would you do it? And the only thing I could think of now is
what I'm saying.
What you're saying.
Yeah, but here, let me finish this out. So,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I'm interested.
So what ended up happening, Bill doesn't want this fight. He wanted to try to kill it and try to aim the trajectory to Shakur Stevenson, who's at 135. So they were trying to kill it because they know his son is gonna get his ass whooped. The thing is, Turkey's the one who went behind their back already to hire the hitman. And now they can't turn back because since they've been barking that they would fight anybody, Turkey made sure to put him right into that thing. So now he's calling Tay Jones to try to see how he can help, push and steer the narrative. So, yo, we don't want no Norman Jr. We want Shakur Stevenson next. That's the next guy on the list. So, and this conversation right now that Bill Haney and Norman Sr. were doing, the reason he got pissed is because right before that, Norman Jr. called Tay Jones on the live. Yo, did you? He's calling him and he's like, yo, Tay, pick up, wake up. Yo, man, I need to like, yeah, what's up? Yo, I got Bill right here. I need you to tell him what happened this morning with Bill. He's like, oh man, I don't want to get into none of all that. And he's like, look, man, I need you to do this because this guy's got me all the way up to my yin yang, in other words. You know what I mean? I need you to tell him because he's out here pumping bullshit. Tell him what you told me. And Tay Jones, as I can only say, as being a stronger friendship with the Norman Seniors, he went ahead. Yo, Bill, you called me this morning. You trying to kill the fight because you rather. And he told him that.
That's what he was talking about.
And so when he said that, and then they got personal with that shit, and because now Bill Haney's been pushing, trying to make himself look like the Haneys are the one doing the hunting.
Well, hold on a second. So because he said everything has been agreed upon. So if he's trying to start all this shit to make it go left, where? So you're saying it's probably not going to happen because Bill Haney's perfect.
It's not.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Because Bill Haney, he went so left, and
there was no First of all, there was no contract. There is no contract to be signed yet. All they did is verbally, yeah, I'll fight you.
Yeah, they the same shit they did with Gary Russell.
Exactly.
Same shit.
Term sheet.
They sent Gary Russell Jr. a term sheet, bro.
Yeah.
And Gary Russell was like, "What the fuck is this? Like,
what term sheet?
You going around telling people you sent me a contract? You sent me a term sheet with some bullshit ass terms on here." I remember that. Yo, Gary Russell was hot. He was mad.
And guess who was in the middle of that shit? That bitch ass Nestor Gibbs. That motherfucker then ambushed Gary Russell Jr. on his show to bring on Bill Haney and ambushed them. I hate that motherfucker. From that day on, bro, I've hated Ness. I don't like that motherfucker. His integrity is shit.
I just remember that Gary Russell was dead ass serious. He was ready to fight. He's like, yo, they sending something I'm gonna sign it today. And I just remember him going live and he was just mad. He's like, bro, he was like, for all y'all saying that the Haneys go around saying they say everything but let's fight. These motherfuckers are frauds. And then he even broke down like what's a contract, what's a term sheet. And he's like, they sent me for y'all that don't know, it's a term sheet with terms on it. But the crazy thing is the terms on the term sheet don't even fucking make any sense. It's bogus. This is not even a real offer. This is just to say it. So because they know I'm not gonna sign this shit. So they know I'm gonna be like, you fucking around, get out of here. So they could turn around and say he didn't want to fight him. And they've done that a couple. I think they did that with Shakur.
Dude, Bill did that with Matias. He said that he called Canahan his manager when that's not his manager. He said that Matias asked for $5 million, and guess what? The manager of Matias came on the show like, bro, I'm the manager. You know, I never asked for no $5 million, but they do that shit to lie and to steer the narrative. You know what I mean? And so
Shakur was saying that it wasn't even an offer. It was almost like it's
same
almost
thing the
like
Gary Russell shit.
Yeah, and it's almost like you know what I'm gonna say. So because you know I'm gonna say no, then they'll turn around and be like, see, we did, they turned it down. But you see, here goes the thing though, bro. I get it. If it happens once, fine. If it happens twice, fine. But when it keeps happening and there's the same people involved, you start thinking, wait a second, because just the other day I was saying, I can't see Devin ducking when there's a contract. But now that I'm looking at it like this, I'm like, wait a second, bro. They're constantly making it so hard to fucking work with and doing all this crazy shit that the other person is always like, I'm done with this shit. And then they could turn around and say, look, they ducked. And it's not just once, it's not just twice, it's 3-4 fucking times.
All the time, bro. It's all the time, baby.
And it's like head games, and then so they'll go in front of everybody and be like, hey, they say everything but let's fight. You make it impossible for these motherfuckers to fight. You make their fucking life miserable. You didn't even send Gary Russell a fucking actual offer. I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back.
But that fight ain't happening, man. That fight ain't happening. It's not happening at all. They never intended to want to fight that young man. Hell no, bro. Everybody knows it would be a devastating career suicide mistake to fight Brian Norman Jr. or anybody legit at 147. You know, they want to pick up a guy who's coming from a smaller weight and try to drag him up so they can have some of an advantage of size. But they're not trying to fight somebody who's solidified at 147, who's solidified to then be bigger than them. They don't want that fight. No, not. Oh, hey, G Funky, no, man. The Haney's are not. It's not about easy to work with. They're a bunch of frauds to work with. That's what they are. But that fight ain't happening, man. I have zero faith in it. And to be honest, I don't want it to happen. Just like I didn't want to see Tio fight Devin Haney. I don't want to see that boring ass fight. I don't want to see that chicken shit. They need to humble themselves and say we need to take our time and rebuild. Bill needs to be humble and say I need to rebuild my son, and we're gonna take our time to rebuild him because it's obvious he's got post-traumatic stress disorder, and then we still got to work on the deficiencies in his game. So, regardless of what it is, I have zero faith that this fight is happening. Zero faith. It'll be career suicide for Bill Haney, and he knows it. He will destroy Devin Haney of whatever's left in him if he puts him in the ring with Norman Jr. He's not that kid for that fight. Not today. Not today. But that's why I wanted to show you that. But then what I wanted to show is that where's the outrage in this community, bro? Everybody with the virtual signaling. Oh, here's this man talking about another man, mother who's got stage 4 cancer. Oh, calling her a bitch, blah, 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 being all this. Where's the selective outrage? Now tell me, has Tio ever said anything disrespectful like that to somebody on a personal level? No, never. Never. But we're trying to flip tables and get a lynch mob. But here, what, we don't have mothers out there? I mean, what, you guys don't have mothers? You know what I mean? Where's the outrage? It's all selective outrage. I'm tired of it. I don't hear nobody complain, say anything. Oh, that was so foul. That's so disrespectful. Oh, that's racist. Oh, this and that. Stop being selective outrage. Either you call it down the middle, what's wrong is wrong, or shut the fuck up. That's all I see it. That's how I see it. I don't see nobody saying, Bill Haney, damn, bro, you are a piece of shit. I haven't said nobody. Not all you content creators, I haven't seen nobody say, Bill Haney is a massive piece of shit. Oh, the worst I'm getting right now, G-Funk, I'm going to throw you under the bus a little. Oh, the Haneys are not easy to work with. How about the Haneys are pieces of shit? How about that? That's what it is. That's what it is. Nobody want to say it. You see? I would say it because I don't got nothing. I don't give a fuck about no damn channel. I don't give a fuck about a following. I don't give a fuck what anybody want to say. But I'm going to say what I feel is true. Everybody's selective outrage. full of frauds, want to pick and choose what's righteous and what's not. Because for all I know is hey, I have a mother. Bro, you going to tell my mother she's a bitch knowing she's going through cancer? What? Yo, you're a piece of shit, bro. All this high mighty Muslim stuff. Yo, man, we're Muslim brothers because that's a strong community. I haven't heard anybody, let me take that back. I've heard many who I've been on panels and they condemned what he said. But I haven't really heard a major channel condemn Bill Haney or Chris Mannix or
I didn't even know he said that. Obviously, I'm saying I didn't know it, and now that is, you already know, man. I lost my parents. That's fucked up.
It's fucked up. Like, where's everybody? Where's the outrage for this shit? The man is, he went out of pocket, totally out of pocket. You know what I mean? I don't hear nobody say, "Where's?" No, Bill, you wrong. You dead wrong.
So,
nobody said anything.
Well, just real quick, because I gotta end this. What officially made it so that the fight ain't happening? And was it because he was like getting all personal, or was it just there wasn't a beat? Because the reason why I'm saying that is because Brian Norman Sr. was on saying, the only thing he said was everything was agreed upon. That's it.
It's all verbally agreed. That's all.
That's it. It just went as far as that, right?
It was just went as far as that. And why the fight really is not gonna happen, because Bill Haney got caught with his pants down for real. The truth came out. He doesn't want this fight. He never wanted.
You told me, send that to me with the whole Tay shit. Send it to me.
He never wanted this fight. And it's obvious. I've been following Bill for the past 7 fucking years.
Yeah,
you know his bullshit.
And it makes perfect sense because, like I said, like BTFB was obviously talking about Tay, and he was talking in code. He's talking in code, and he's like, so basically, you know BTFB.
You showed me that clip the other day, and I wasn't able to get on the panel because I was going to be with Christine.
Yeah,
I don't even know how he knows my name, bro.
Oh, so that's what I was trying. So this is what happened here. Let me play it, and it's so crazy too. It's so crazy because like this is a perfect example of people that are subscribed to people. No, this is a perfect example of like a lot of times I used to think I'm not saying I would ever do narratives or racial shit. I'm just saying now I know why the shit works, right? Because the subscribers, there's no way you can't see this. Like they see this, they just don't care. You know what I mean? And what I mean is that the lies. So I'm gonna play this real quick. And what happened is this is during the beginning of the whole Brian Norman and Devin Haney, right? And so apparently Brian Norman Sr. was on another channel and you were over there. Okay, like you're everywhere. All right. And BTFB is watching live. He's watching live you on another channel.
Extract to be able to actually get vocals and background vocals separate. Watch this.
I got this playing.
I've never seen a stem extractor be able to actually get vocals.
There we go.
Okay. So Brian Norman Sr. was on another channel and you must have been over there. And so you had put something up on the screen that said BTFB said that Brian Norman ducked Devin Haney, right?
And I never mentioned his name.
I'm telling you what happened. I'm going to show it to you, but that's not my point of why I made the video. That's not my point. My point. So
I'm trying to understand what you said right now. You said
I'm explaining. If you let me finish, I'll tell you. He is watching another channel with Brian Norman Sr. up on there.
Okay.
You were in the panel. You wrote on another channel.
On another channel.
I'm going to play it to you. Well, I'm telling you, if you just let me finish.
BTFB, I'm trying to understand it. That's
okay,
all.
Let me say this again. BTFB is live.
Okay.
He's live, but he's also watching another channel because his subscribers are telling him, go look at what's being said about you. He grabs his phone. He picks up his phone. Brian Norman Sr. is on another channel. Your name pops up on that screen. And it says, BTFB is saying that Brian Norman Jr. ducked Devin Haney. He's reading that. He's going, who the fuck is HLD? And that's a lie, he says. I'm watching. I go, no, that's not a lie. Because I've been watching you for the past hour, and yes, you have been saying that. So I went and caught him in his own lies, and this is how it looks. Now you understand?
So someone else on so is this like three channels going on at the same time that we're talking
I have
about?
no idea. Here, look, I'll just play it and you'll hear it.
Just trying to understand the sequence.
Hold on.
So then some other random person wrote a comment that I said that he said something, and that's what it. Okay. Yeah,
no, your name. The person on the other channel put your comment up on your screen, HOD.
Really?
Yes.
But I've never mentioned BFT.
Well, apparently you did.
No apparent. I've never mentioned that motherfucker's name.
All right, well, you're going to see him say it out his own mouth.
Well, that's saying it, but you show me where I've ever mentioned that guy's name. They want nothing to do with me because they know I'll cook their asses. I don't. I think I don't. I think I have that shit not even on my and you know you got channels that pop up. That's why I'm surprised that you know about that guy because I don't even get his feed like in my timeline or whatever. Like I think I don't want to see this motherfucker. Like I got channels that I don't care to know anything about these channels.
Hold on. I know I didn't erase it. Hold on.
Or it should be in your live that you did that day because you brought.
Yeah, it's here. I'll just play it, but you got to wait for the 35-second mark because it's going to be blank. But gotta wait 35 seconds.
Yeah, this is a solemn day for me. A solemn day. But he ducked Devin Haney, dog. Bro, he ducked Devin, dog. Bro, he ducked Devin, bro. There's no way around this. There's no ifs, no ands, no buts. He ducked Devin, bro. Brian just ducked Devin. What are you talking about?
But this other guy over here, HLD, saying BFTB is saying Norman is a duck and scared. Well, let me explain something to you. I'm a grown-ass man. I can speak for myself. I never said that. Not one time. Ever. Ever. But yet this fucking cornball is over here saying these things, lying, trying to spread. Bro, if anybody thinks that I said anything that's got my number and you believe that, then fuck you. Do you understand that? I don't give a fuck who you are.
He was willing to take 1.7 for a fucking unification, my nigga. A unification. Fuck is you talking about? A solemn day. But he ducked Devin Haney, dog. Bro, he ducked Devin, dog. Bro, he ducked Devin, bro.
I don't know where he got that from. I'll be honest with you, I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is I'm watching him and he's going off on your name. He's like, I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like HLD. But then when he immediately follows with, I never said that. I'm like, motherfucker, I just heard you say that. Like, not only did I just hear you say that, like you said that multiple times in the same live. So I don't understand how somebody could sit there and lie. Like that's like me saying I didn't start this live off talking about Canelo and Crawford. Like literally, that's literally like me doing that right now. That's like me looking at you right now and going, I swear to y'all. I did not talk about Canelo. I did not talk about Canelo and Crawford not one time.
Hey,
and you're like, bro, it's in the live.
Shadow say, I swear I never wear a bull's hat.
swear I never. Nah, somebody clip
while
that
you're
shit.
wearing it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. While you're wearing it, I swear I know. No, you know what, man? I look, man. I was on Christine's panel, right? I told you that yesterday before I was gonna be on her panel, bro. I got people. I don't know. There's so many people that know me that I don't know who the fuck they are, and they hate my guts so much that they start putting out any lie. Oh, you know what? You know what somebody did over there at that channel, bro? I don't know who the fuck they are. Oh, HLD is a racist. He says the N-word to all blacks.
They tell me that.
And you know what I mean? And they pay $2 for that. And that's not like, bro, is that all you got, bro? $2 to try to stain me, bro?
Do you know? Hey, I never told you this. I don't care because I don't care.
I don't either. Bro.
I never. No, I'm saying I never told you this because people say to me, I've had a few people say to me, bro. One person hit me up on my email. I just never said nothing to you because it's me. You know what I mean? But I've had people say to me, I'm not gonna remain your subscriber if you have HLD in your panel. So I'm like, I did this a while back. I'm like, why? Like, why do you care? Cause man, he's a racist and he's disrespectful and this and that. I just remember I think I said something to them like, well, I don't allow racist shit on my channel. And I argue with him all the time. So what are you saying? Oh, I'm not gonna subscribe to you. Oh, bye, motherfucker.
I appreciate you doing that, but bro, you know what's sad, and I'm gonna speak on it momentarily, and maybe it's not the right, but I'm gonna speak on it. It's sad that there's a segment of the black community that have been using the race card just as bad as some of these bitches accusing men of rape when no rape has ever been happened, and you know what I mean. And that shit is disgusting. That shit is foul, and I've seen more and more of these young punks, these ratchet ghetto fucks who are uneducated, victim mentality pussies who would use such a thing just to try to get up on somebody. Lie and spread shit because it triggers quick emotions. Just like when a woman says, oh, that guy raped me, right? It triggers emotions, and then you find out it's a lie. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I've been seeing a lot more and more. And that shit needs to be dead down. That shit needs to be toned back, and the only ones who could really do that would be the ones in the community of the black community. Because if I have a Puerto Rican, if I got you saying shit like that, bro, I'll be having problems with you, Shadow, for an example. Just like we have problems with anybody else, even within our own community. Yeah, you know what I mean? And
I've argued. Language. You know, you should know. I've had more problems with Latinos than anybody else because they don't like it that I don't allow them to say the racial shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, so they think I'm like a Uncle Tom. They think I'm like a Uncle Tom type shit. I'm like, nah, bro. Like if I see somebody come over here and say some racial shit, like, you know what I mean, towards Mexicans and shit, I tell them like I even apologized. The one stream I went off about the ISIS shit, like I apologized. I felt bad. Like I don't allow that shit over here.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I don't want to word
you tried to tell me. You tried.
Right.
I was mad, but I was, and I realized I was wrong. I realized I was wrong with what I said. You even told me like, Shadow, maybe you should take another. But I was so mad.
Right, and we're
because I felt because like I said, there's a group of people that have, you know, I feel like have targeted me, and I even know some of them have came over here under the pretense of trying to be cool and shit, and I remember I was like, bro, I'm giving everybody a clean slate, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. It's online. It's no big deal. But I'm not stupid. I remember everything, and it's like. And it's like when I'm giving Canelo props or whatever, right? They would be over here like, yeah, that's fact, Shadow. But the moment I would criticize him or say anything, they would start coming over here doing dick pics and all this other shit because I criticized Canelo. So there was that one day I was like, man, fuck that. I don't give a fuck. I'll say whatever the fuck I want whenever, because in my mind, I'm thinking they're trying to deter how I speak. They
want to control how you speak.
Right.
They want to control your
They want me to have it in the back of my head. Well, don't criticize Canelo because if I do, that'll happen. I'm the wrong person to do that.
Right.
Because now I'm gonna do that all fucking month. Like, you know what I mean? So once I realized, you know, but it's always been like that. But I don't allow it either way. But when I did the whole ISIS shit, like when I said that, I felt bad. And that's why I started my following live with, bro, I apologize. Because I know a lot of Mexican, you know, people support, like it wasn't directed towards them anyway.
Right. You were just mad at the targeted people. I remember from that, you were targeting those assholes who were in the chat trying to fuck with you with that shit. And look, this happens a lot, and a lot of people make the mistake, you know, when you, and I'm gonna keep on using with the racial ideology. You cannot fight racial ideology with racial ideology. So if someone calls me a spick, it doesn't give me the right to then, let's say that a spick from a black person, and then it doesn't give me I should not then respond back with the N-word, right, to him with the hard ER. Oh, you calling me a spick? Well, fuck you. You know, you can't do that because you're not you're that's a lost battle. That's a lost battle. First of all, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, hold on. I called them ISIS on purpose, Hawker, because they were coming over here calling ICE a terrorist organization.
No, you said because there's some mean motherfucker. It got to the point you said, man, you better shut, bro. I'll call ICE on your ass.
Wait. Well, hold on. Is ICE or ISIS?
No, it's ICE.
Right, it's ICE, right? But they were coming over here saying, how can you say that they are a terrorist organization? Like they're trying to say that the way that they're taking them out of the country was a terrorist organization. So in response, I said, I'll call ISIS on you. You get it?
Right.
Okay,
right.
I don't know if you get it.
I know I get it.
Right. Okay.
But you know, one thing I got to look into that probably has besides the point. I need to understand if Homer, I think this is the guy, the head of ICE, is he hiring bounty hunters for this shit? Like, is he having people licensed bounty hunters to go get?
I don't know.
And if that's the case, because I really haven't got too into that. My stance on it is I think everybody who's been here in this country for the past 5 to 10, beyond 5 years, or at least beyond the Biden years where they just let everybody walk in, should not be here. But all these hardworking immigrants that I do know, that I have in my family, who've been here for 30, 40, 20 years, working their asses off. I know their stories. I know their plight. I know how hard it is to get in, all the bullshit, and that's different. But if they're having bounty hunters, I have a problem with bounty hunters.
My understanding, HOD, it's the ones that don't try to renew, or the ones that never even try to even apply. Those are the ones that they're targeting.
No, Papa, because right now they're going to job sites and running at them like, bro, like I said, I don't know if they're bounty hunters, bro. I gotta look into.
Yeah, I saw it, and they ran up in schools too.
Right, and so if that's the case, that's bound. The same thing. I saw something with the Dodger Stadium. They were trying to get to Dodger Stadium, and I'm like, really,
bro? That is racist, bro. Let's get them all together because they're gonna watch the Dodgers. That's
right. And so I'm thinking about, are these bounty hunters, bro? And they're just collecting heads. And if that's the case, I have a problem with that. I do have a problem with bounty hunters. I know that we have an existential crisis, but bounty hunters, bro. Because now the thing is, they're just targeting anybody. And it's not targeting. They need to be targeting those at least who crossed in at least within the last 5 years. They need to go. Simple as that. And then we still need a super reform for working visas, because we do need a reform for those. But what you try to use it that day was man, I'll call you, get your ass out of here, motherfucker.
Yeah,
you got mad, and you got.
I admit it was wrong. I felt bad. I felt bad. No, because I realized, bro, like that shit, bro. I got a heart, bro. I'm not, bro. I don't know if people don't know me by now, bro. I'm not a narcissist. I admit I'm wrong. Like I'm not like these dudes. I don't give a fuck about breaking news. I don't care about being first, last, whatever, bro. I just want to talk boxing. And
they got on your nerves.
I'm wrong, and I don't know something. I'll say it, bro. I'll say it. Like, ain't no shame off my.
But there was something that they said that was foul that triggered you. I mean, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, they do it all. They do it all the time. So you see it though. You see it. They be trying to press my buttons, and a lot of times I don't say nothing.
But you were targeting those assholes. That's what
I was targeting them. I was.
Man, we voted for Trump up here, motherfucker. We don't care.
And like. And like, and you know, then there's like these certain people, and it's my fault for letting them. It's my fault for letting them. You know what I mean? But it's like, I just sometimes want to talk boxing, but you could tell they're not here. They're not here. Like if somebody says to you, bro, if somebody says to you, you probably never threw a punch in your life. Like, you know, they don't know boxing at that point, because it's like that would have nothing to do. I could have no limbs and talk boxing, bro. Like, I mean, like I know some overweight people that just watch the NFL. They could tell you everything: who was drafted, when, where, what, that, how far you could throw the football, or if you could be a wide receiver. Got no bearing on how much you know about the NFL. So when people do that, they're just trying to disrupt the live, and they're trying to, you know what I mean? So, but the other people that come here and they're like, I've had people that genuinely break down why they disagree with me. I'm cool with them.
Well, no,
I'm like, yo, I understand. It's all good.
We had that young lady come through the last week or the week before. We have
she knew her boxing too.
We have Coach Eddie and shit like that. But remember, you had these to me. All right, I'm gonna say some knuckleheads on the panel. I don't know if you. I was like, bro, where you even give them wrenches? They want to start talking about the same shit about racial ideology and what, bro. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I just don't. I don't want to talk about, you know, the Latinos and
you remember the Puerto Ricans from New York during the Berlanga fight? You remember that live?
No, I can't remember really.
So Puerto Rican dude.
Oh, I wasn't here for that.
Okay, yeah, Puerto Rican dude was going for Berlanga, right? He's from the Bronx, right? Try to say that you never been to the Bronx. I'm like, bro, my family's from the Bronx, bro. Born in the Bronx. What the fuck are we doing here, bro? So because I'm saying that, you know, Berlanga's gonna, lose, right? And he starts going off on me, right? Basically, yeah, you and Uncle Tom. Why? How can you go for the Mexican? I'm like, because I don't give a fuck. Number 2, I don't like Berlanga. Number 3, Canelo's gonna beat his ass. That's why you gonna look like a fucking idiot on Monday or Sunday morning. So Canelo beats Berlanga's ass. This dude shows up the next day talking about, nah, bruh. Nah, that man ain't human, bruh. Nah, he got to be on steroids, bro. There's no way. No, there's no way a smaller guy can do that. I'm like, bro, you just don't know boxing, bro. That's all.
That's that Americanized racial ideology. That
he can't fathom that Berlanga lost. So now his only way is that he said fixed. Canelo has to be on steroids. There's no way a smaller man could do that. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? I told you this was gonna happen. Bro.
I hate racial ideology, all that on-coach shit. I really do, and I hate it. I can't stand it for no. I just don't. Look, you know what? You know that that lately on the boxing voice over there, Nestor Gibbs doing bro. He had like about 3 Puerto Ricans he now has on his shit, and they're all like his lapdogs, bro. They're all like his lapdogs. The round 1 chump. There's another guy. He's a little bit older. I forgot his name, but he's got a channel too. But he's on there also, bro. They're always echoing sucking Ness's dick, bro. And so today I was on a panel with Marco, bro.
Yeah.
There were, you know, there's this white guy from New York too, and he has a channel, Marco. And one of them were on the panel, and I was like, bro, how you guys feeling? How is Nestor Gibbs and his lapdogs feeling today? Because they know that the fight ain't happening. You know, like this guy's Boricua too, and the other guy that's always on Nestor Gibbs panel was on there too. And I'm like, yo man, he gonna tell me que lo que? I'm like, bro, you not even. Hold on. So you're Puerto Rican acting like this guy's lapdog, and you don't even know how to. Que lo que es Dominican, bro? Que lo que hay, puñeta? That's Boricua, bro.
You know why? Like I don't know what your issue with this is, like, or why you think of the reason
because
why
the narratives.
Okay,
He doesn't. He does.
Right.
Like I think Nestor Gibbs does one of the most phenomenal jobs when he's just running the show. You know what I mean? Like the calls, the way he answers the chat, the super chats.
Right.
He gets interviews, bro. All that I cannot take nothing away from that man. But when he is on his high horse about having to push a narrative and that type of shit. And he's willing to burn a fucking professional boxer because he's in cahoots with Bill Haney or whoever the fuck.
Yeah. That was my issue with him too. Yeah.
Fuck Lester Gibbs. Fuck that bitch ass. I can't stand him. I hate him for that. You show me you have no integrity, bro. You show me that your soul could be bought. There's a price for your tongue, motherfucker, and I don't like that. And so that's why I have that thing against him.
When he's pushing those, you notice that only when those narratives are being pushed is when he'll start muting people. He'll start muting people, kicking them. He won't give them the full. What is it? The 2-minute shit they do.
How can you become a member of a channel and this
right?
Motherfucker?
That's
you
took it right out of my mouth, bro.
Me out?
You took it. It's like the shit I just showed you with BTFB. It's like this is what I mean though. They don't care. Like you gotta understand that people don't care. Like look, I literally just show. Some people watch BTFB that watch me. They could care less that he was literally. You saw him, right? He literally said, "If anyone thinks that I said that and you got my number, fuck you." Right? And then he literally was saying that all the beginning of the live. So it's like, but it doesn't matter because they will keep going back there and supporting him. You know what I mean? So it's like at some point you got to just be like, bruh, it's obviously either shock value or it is. I watch him because I feel sometimes like he's the only one on at that. He goes on at weird times and he's funny. He's funny to me. I don't go to him for fucking boxing knowledge. It's funny to me because he's just constantly lying. He's constantly saying shit that like fucking that like just the other day he said something. So first he tried to say that that Boots didn't duck Tio. Right, but now that Boots moved up to 147, now he's saying that Boots ducked Devin. So somebody said to him, "How did Boots duck Devin? If Boots ducked Devin, then they brought up the T.O. shit in the situation, and he got caught. He said, well, I'm just saying, if you think that you know that T.O. ducked Boots." You know what I mean? Then you gotta think that Devin duck Boots. I'm like, stop this shit, bro. It's like it's child's play shit to me, but it's hilarious, bro. And he treats his subscribers like shit. Like he literally disrespects the fuck out of them, mutes them, and all types of shit. Talks about their family, says he'll do this. He says, yo, I'll stick my dick in your wife's mouth. I've heard him say that numerous times to his subscribers, and they just keep coming back there. The next day, they're rocking with him, and I'm like, bro, that's their fault, bro. That's their fault.
So I look, bro, I'm that motherfucker. So I know he timed because I hear him when he's doing it. I'm timing this guy out. And he's a member because you're right. You got to be a member to comment on his chat, and so he's timing his membership people. Like, hold on, you timing them out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much of a narcissist are you that you think that, bro? People should unsubscribe to that shit. You can't time me unless you're being, like racist or something like that.
Yeah, Ed, are you talking about the one time with the? I think they're talking about you're talking about the one time that Two Tone and all them ganged up on the guest that was on the show. You talking about him? Because I don't understand what your comment is. Hey man, I gotta get off, man.
Hey Papa, yeah, I know.
Hey, real quick, man, you want to say anything about the whole Crawford thing, real quick? Yo, by the way, what do you got as the you think is gonna end the knockout?
Yeah, I got Canelo by decapitation.
Yeah, but you think he's gonna knock him out?
What decapitation?
I don't.
Somebody better have a bucket at the outside of the ring.
I think he's gonna drop Bud, but I don't think he's gonna knock him out. But I think if you look at it, Canelo's dropped
everybody
he's faced in it, except for Skull, right? But Skull was technically
right. That was a runner,
right? But he dropped Berlanga, he dropped Munguia, he dropped Ryder,
Carlo,
he dropped Jamel. Right, he's dropped everybody that has actually sat there and, who literally, tried to.
He didn't. The only people he hasn't dropped in the last, I don't know, maybe 5 years that we want to talk about would be Bivol and Triple G. That's it.
And Triple G, I mean, come on, man.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's why I said the way I said it. Triple G. You know
Triple
I mean?
G, you know, Bibble's like a rarely gifted fighter like Floyd. So I mean, as far as like slick and defensive, you know what I mean?
Bibble's gonna go down as one of the greats.
Yeah, and so when you look at it, I mean, Skull was, I mean, you see what Turkey's saying, bro. So he's
my favorite boxer as far as the stylistically. I think nobody's a more beautiful boxer than Dimitri Bivol. Nobody today is a more beautiful boxer than him. I love the way he boxes.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
You know, and that's over Teo. The only thing is I'm a bigger Teo fan, but it has nothing to do. It just means this guy.
You know who you know who I think is the most exciting fighter in boxing? I think it's Inoue, bro. Inoue, Bam is up there. Bam Rodriguez is up there. He's exciting too. Yeah, but I mean, Inoue, bro, and he's getting, you know what I like about him is he's getting dropped as he's moving up in weight. So it's making the fights more exciting because before he's just blowing past dudes. They're not even hurting him, right? Now he's moving up in weight and he's getting dropped, which is making for more, bro. Them Japanese dudes will die, bro. Bro, I want to go to Japan so bad, bro. I want to go to Japan.
You will like it until you see some dumbass Americans over there fucking things up for everybody else. But overall, Japan is a beautiful country.
Yeah, I want to go to Japan.
It's a beautiful culture. The women are bro, they're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. Good women. Humble women. Anyway, but as far as Canelo, man, yeah, I got Canelo. I think, can we take a lot about what, you know, anything that's going on here? No, this is just banter. What we're talking about is just about the press conferences, and we could pick at it. Does it mean anything for the fight? No, I don't think it does. I think what's going to mean for the fight is what we already know. Canelo's too powerful for him, and yeah, we know we know Crawford's weakness and resume, blah blah blah. That's, who cares? The bottom line is what's going to win Canelo the fight is when he touches Crawford. Simple as that. The weaknesses, Crawford will not be able to take Canelo's punches, and once he tags him with any of those punches that drop Berlanga, the ones that drop Charlo or whoever else, are going to stop Crawford. Stop him, and that's it. Besides that, bro, Papa, you've been trying to get off for about a half hour, man.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. Take it easy, HOD.
Hey, man. Much love, everybody. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. This is Shadow Ghost 81. Ponce.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. Like I said, bro, before I get off, man, I just reminded me, bro. Yeah, if anybody didn't hear, bro, yeah, that one time I bowed out, bro, it wasn't towards anybody specific, bro. And I don't like when I get like that. So it's only towards a handful of people. I fuck with the people that watch me, bro, heavy. I mean, I'm just glad I don't do this for a financial reason, because I'd have been stressed out by now. So anyway, bro, I appreciate y'all, man. Till I go live next time. I'm out.